Shalom.
Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well.
Shalom.
Salutation to the brothers all over the world preaching the truth, waking up our people to the divine heritage, and cursing out to together with get the spirit right to the Lord, to the aqua, the scum, to the shalom, to the brothers that look at the other nation. Shalom. You know, it's Sunday in Trinidad, and they're about to celebrate a festival they call Carnival, Trinidad Carnival. You know, people done getting out of time and out of hand. Just yesterday, coming out, accident, bad driving and things. So the spirit already in the place, and it's already taking lives and things. So anyway, all praises to Abashimi Oshai, these niggas ain't right neither. You understand? So the name of the lesson we're going into is called The End of All Things is at Hand. You understand? You know, the Lord says, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for the abomination that is being done in the middle of this place, man. You understand? Not only in Trinidad, but all over the world. The men of the Lord is sighing and crying for all the abomination being done in this place. Right? So,
First Peter 4 and 7, it says, but the end of all things is at hand.
what the Bible say?
But the end of all things is at hand.
The end of all. It's not from the cover, come back.
First Peter 4 and 1, it says, for as much then as a Mashiach hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise.
What the Bible say?
Arm yourselves likewise.
What the Bible say?
Arm yourself likewise.
The Bible say arm yourself. Now it's to put on the whole armor of the Lord according to Ephesians 6 and 10. Arm yourself likewise. Go ahead.
It says,
Excuse me.
arm yourself likewise with the same mind.
With the what?
With the same mind.
With Philippians 2 and 5. The same mindset. Let us mind that was in Yahushua Mashiach be in you. Go ahead.
For he hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
So he who had suffered in the flesh had what? Go ahead.
It says that he no longer should live the
Now
rest.
read that part right here.
It says, for he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin.
Yeah, he said he that suffered in the flesh from sin. Meaning to say that if you know the things that you're going through in this life, you understand? You can afford to fail because you don't know the trying of your faith, working patient, and then you're looking for the kingdom of heaven to come. So you're not going to fail in this flesh anymore. You cease from sin, you cease from doing things, and keeping your eyes towards the prize. Now, what is the prize? The prize represents the kingdom of heaven. You understand? So keep your eyes on the prize, and the only time you can stop from sin if your eyes being single, that's all. You focus on the prize. Continue. Yeah, something.
Even goes back to Romans 12 and 1. You know, where it says, whatever the sacrifice in our life.
Yeah.
Those two also talk about being unconformed to the truth. So it just says, you know, that suffered right? Because you're presenting your body as a living sacrifice, right? And you're putting your body under subjection. You know, so the more suffering you're going through, right, through the spirit and this, you know you're on the right path because you're keeping yourself from sin. Because this whole world is wickedness.
Yeah, the opposite here, the Apostle Paul. What comes to my mind as I speak, the Apostle Paul say, I count all that I have learned and everything lost for Yahushua Mashiach. In order to gain Yahushua, I come into a loss. So you can't have this, you can't have this world and have the Lord at the same time. There's no work.
So we say that, I think that we are the decrease, you know? So in order for him to increase, we are the decrease.
Correct, that's right.
Yes, I'll continue here.
Yeah.
It says in verse 2, it says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
Go ahead.
For the time past,
That's why we divorce this world. So they go out, they play the carnival and think that's them. They don't have the Lord with them. They know not the Father nor the Son. They don't have no testimony of Him. They have, what shall I say, if we was of this world, the world would have loved us. But we are not of this world. So the world hated you. God. Well, Brother Kyle.
it says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to the for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banqueting, and abominable idolatry.
Right, because the time passed, and what Paul is actually saying, because if you mingle among these people too much, you begin to do the works of the Gentile.
Yeah, even though
Well.
in time past we was just like that. You understand? Doing what they was doing, rebelling, we was walking in, being lustful. We were given unto it, but now we in truth. And 2 Edward 9, where it says, as everything has a beginning, and it also has an end, but now the end is manifest. You understand?
And even as the first point we were talking about, there was one like them, in that same scripture, a little higher up, it said these same people can't enter into the kingdom of God. Understand? So,
And Paul said that, the scripture said that the day, no, you know that the day that do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. But that's not, we have to go down to that again.
alright, before it says, wherein they may think it straight that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
No, we on board. You see what Paul said? We think it straight. Yeah, exactly. The count us odd. But then not taking part, taking up that thing, and look how why you don't celebrate Christmas? Exactly. Why you don't celebrate your birthday? Your birthday? You didn't celebrate your birthday. That the day you're born.
And that's why it says speaking evil of you, because now you become different. You become, the scripture say, have I become an enemy because I tell you the truth? I tell you the truth. I tell you that Christmas is of the devil. I tell you that carnival is of the devil. I tell you the truth. Now you become an enemy and they're speaking evil of you.
Yeah.
In this place in Babylon, the great place, they put evil for good and good for evil. So if you doing what's right, it's only natural that they will watch you like, hey, they go call us evil.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to come back to. That is why they're going to be selling us out in that time to come here. Yeah. The scripture say, I have a quick precept here. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Yep.
Yeah, we just playing with ourselves. We just having a good time. That we culture, that we heritage. Alright? That's what I like to say.
That idea that I went down for the sprinter and last scene in the hospital, last scene, and even now, jumping a taxi. A taxi I usually travel with when I used to work in Forest Hill, and he asked me where I'm going. I see when I stop. I want to stop out by Piccadilly there, by the police station, by Besotry police station, just to walk across the main road to reach on the bus to get a map. You know, instead of going into City Beat itself. So he said, he said, boy, I can't rent things, because there's too much traffic because some they haven't Kambule. What? Kambule, you don't know where's Kambule? I think it's the stick fighting business. I want to know about stick fighting, and do have stick fighting in the streets, stick fighting competition in the streets. They just have it in the final somewhere in Shabona, so some kind of shit. So I think on the radio, but I say Kambule, man, you know Kambule, but we live in. We live straight. Yeah, that's how we live. I said, he said, then he explained to me, he said, you know, Kambule, boy, Kambule is, that was the big, every year they just had the reenactment, a Kambule would go back to the riots or some kind of shit, so, where when the slaves revolt against the slave master, and that was the beginning of carnival, and this and that, and so, how long you live in Trinidad? I said, all my life, and you don't know about Kambule, boy? I said, but I don't deal with that. I said, after I'm
That's your heritage.
Yeah, right. Your own heritage. I am my heritage and my culture.
Hey, set up. Yeah. No precept. No precept. Yeah.
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them, destruction unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Now, this what we doing here, they will call this evil. Because they understand nothing about it, so they call it evil. They speak, how the scripture say? They speak evil of the things they do not of. Continue.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
That is whole situation with their faith. Now you're having this situation now, alright, but all this what taking place. You're having a situation now where the end is manifest, as Brother Yakara just made mention of. Alright, the end is manifest, and they don't have the slightest clue what is really up, what is really up on under them. And as I always give the analogy, alright? I always give the analogy to the ones who are scoffing, and they the ones who are scoffing and whatnot and how all the shit to say and want to continue on the folly, you know. Now the prophecies is being fulfilled and being manifested, and every day as I say, you know, again, hotter and hotter with prophecies now, boy. You know, so when all hell break loose now, and you like a freaking, you like a deer in the headlights, so the prophecy will come up here like, so you see now, we are to say now, talk to me now. Talk to me now, we are to say now.
Watching it face to face.
Yeah, face to face.
And they can't even see it. I
You
tell you how
understand?
real it is.
The end is at hand, as the big brother said, the end is at hand, and people, the proof that the people ain't seen it is from 12 o'clock tonight, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I should say, until 12 o'clock Tuesday night will be major proof to show you that, you understand, Tuesday night, yeah, 12 o'clock Tuesday night, you understand, people go, that will be the proof to show you that these niggas don't have the slightest clue of what is about it. What is about it.
The fact that I talk to people as Elder Man and what they talk about, right? It will be pretty good for people and good for good. Because they will, as I say, they will also be looking at this good because as I believe you're something about Nika, you're something about our you're something after that. If you go take this and you say, yeah, what I go do, I don't train and this and that. You know, because people prophesy against us and say, hey, don't take it, I'm bad here, take it, whatever, and then go watch it and people because they will see it like if, you know, we don't want them to survive or some kind of thing, you know. So they want to be saying evil now, but you know that kind of way.
Yeah, that's right. They don't understand spiritual things. That's why they can't help.
Yeah, because what did Apostle Paul say? He said he telling these things to save their life.
Yeah.
These things to save their life because they don't understand that when they go out there, as the brother was now saying, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, they don't understand that there ain't no angels in the midst. There's only demons. The Lord allowing these demons to let loose. So that's why all kind of madness happen every carnival. Who get stabbed, who get
Shoot, who get raped, you get raped and murdered like some years back.
yeah.
I will never forget that, boy, some years back.
And every year the same thing.
That was around 2015, so. Yeah, Slovakia. Tuara.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I was working by Stallmeyer Castle, that night I left to go and handle something, to go and meet my cousin down the road or some kind of thing, so I fastened by the Savannah. Alright? And next morning or something like that, so the news break that a Japanese, I don't know if you can remember that the Japanese wrong the Savannah, what it get gripped. Yeah, and
somebody should know. Somebody should know.
And choked it, but they never find the person who
Yeah.
they never.
Yeah,
And I, you understand? And I like, when I got there and the timing, what I say it take place was the same timing I was passing.
You know what the irony in that too? She might be a Jake. She was good at steel pan.
Steel pan, you understand?
A lot of Jakes in Japan and China.
Right?
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you guys in for a rude awakening. What kind of thing that's be taking place in this festival of Bacchus? You all doing go and do your research and find out how Bacchus come about, what not so forth. But all you know is that these were your wicked ancestors conjure up, and it was passed down from generation to generation. So my mother was a mass woman. My grandfather was a wire bender, and this and that. You understand? My uncle was used to play the double tenor for Exodus. And
But see them know that all them uncle and nene and whoever in these, all of them get destroyed for that same shit.
You know the scripture saying your forefathers did wickedly, and then you come back to more wickedness. Because there's more the generation come down, there's more evil they get.
Yeah. Continue in Isaiah 5 and 20. Yeah, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
Correct.
They think they know it all. They think they understand this thing. Yeah, and most of them objective like this is Africans. Right? I wouldn't go back into. Right?
Well, after you finish, I have something to say.
I want to go back to, so they say this is we culture, boy. You see, hey, you can wind down alone, you can do limbo, you can do stick fighting, not doing, you know, as the Lord said, my people are destroyed for what? A lack of knowledge.
You see, these fucking Negroes who understand, when you went to Africa, you take up somebody Hamite's custom, you know? You take up somebody custom from Ham. You understand? And it passes on from generation to generation. So you take it that is your thing, that is not your thing. That is not your thing. Let me tell brothers, when you see a nigga know to beat drum, banang, and he goes on 87, if the drum is part of it, that is not true. We are string instrument people. Flute, string and things that we think.
Yeah.
Whether
That's now.
No,
You want us to say something?
I wanted to say something.
Right,
So, pertaining to what it is, Shalom talk about there, you know, they feel they're from Africa and whatnot, you know. Now, yesterday, well, you know the line of work I do and thing, right? So after I decided to go and deliver food and thing, you know, to customers and whatnot. Now, I have a particular customer, you know, he one of the #1 customer, right? So I went to drop off food for him. When it is I reach by him, he asking me, hey boy, what it is you doing for this carnival, boy? I say, what? I say, nah, I don't deal up with that, boy. I say, that's a bunch of foolishness, wickedness and thing. Yeah, and what? Yeah, and boy, how he say it, boy? He say, I totally disagree with you. I say, man stand up a whole half an hour to talk to me. Well, he ain't really stand up. I stand up half an hour, he sit down, because you're on a wheelchair. Right? You're on a wheelchair.
And the same thing, we coming up in the car.
Right, yeah.
I wonder why you in a wheelchair.
Right.
Study that.
Now you lose 1 foot now.
Oh God.
Right? He said that your next foot there. But anyway, he told me that how he started telling me about he following some Orisha something or yeah. He said carnival is African. It come from Africa and all them kind of thing. I tell him about the Hebrew Israelite. When it is I tell him Hebrew Israelite, he say, well boy, but I don't tell you anything. Yeah. But the spirit still jump on him to let out a lot of information. You know? So he started to speak, you know? Yeah.
That's correct as right, Kyle. Correct as right. Carnival in come from Africa. Carnival go back. Carnival go all back to the Greeks and them. Yeah, the Bacchus, the god of Bacchus, and that go back to them Greeks and them.
French used to have the carnival.
Right? Right. That way go back to is Salakia. Is them again when they go back to the book of Maccabees by bitter constraint. By bitter constraint that was forced upon our people in the Grecian captivity. All that was part of the Hellenization. You understand? For Jake to lose the identity. That's what it was all about. That's how you Negroes get to come about carnival, and when you come down here now, you understand? When you come down here now, what you all did is just put a Afrocentric twist to it now, boy.
What they do to is not Afrocentric alone, to add every culture.
Right, correct.
To like centralize it.
Yeah.
So anybody could come now and add their little
Expect. Elam, for instance, Elam.
Now answer that.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to answer within Elam and even China, Chinese customs and all I mix up within it because they say the characters and them. Certain of the characters right now they even have the dragon what they have in China in the carnival band normal. And That's beneficial for the one who know that too.
That is
Because
it.
everybody coming together.
That is it.
But that is what carnival is all about.
But I read the precept with character.
Yeah.
They second Maccabees
And he will
6,
go back to
6,
the way what you done. I think from verse 4.
Alright.
Yeah, we come
Verse 4,
before.
it say, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles.
Riot and what?
Riot and reveling.
Isn't that the same thing that the time out here in time? 10,000 revelers come down to play.
Exactly.
The same thing. The same thing we did. So they didn't come from Africa. He come from the Greek captivity.
Where it say, who dallied with harlots.
With what?
Who dallied with harlots.
So what out there is what? What are you going to say out there?
Harlots.
Harlots. Same spirit. You don't know different. Same spirit. The daughters of Zion has become what? Harlots on the streets. Brother.
And it say, and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places. And besides that,
So you can imagine women exposing the body, stripping the sun, all them kind of things. That boy was see. Where?
then it say, and besides that, brought in things that were not lawful. The altar was filled and with profane
With
things.
what?
The altar was filled with profane things.
How they profane thing. Everything how they profane. You understand? Well,
Yeah. It say, which the law forbid it.
which what?
Which the law forbid it.
Well, so who is the altar in this time here? We are the Lord's altar. The Israelites are the Lord's altar. And they filled with all wickedness and profanity.
Yeah, okay, it's in a roast pork.
Everything.
All them things like that outside it.
That's why the Bible said the Lord have a sacrifice in Bosra.
Yeah, because when you read the book of Galatians, 5th chapter, the Lord talk about the fruits of the flesh, and he talk about the fruits of the spirit. And when you go into the fruits of the flesh, you're going into drunkenness, reveling, rioting.
Yeah, can.
What's the next one? Somebody can bring it out really quick.
I have one going in
Bring it out for,
First Corinthians 6.
Galatians 5,
Okay.
about 19 or 20.
Just start from 6.
Yeah, it's quick. It's quick. Bring it out.
Yeah, Galatians 5 and verse 60. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth after the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh.
Yep.
And these are contrary, the one to the other.
What the Bible say?
These are contrary, the one to the other.
Right. So the spirit out there and the spirit that we have is contrary one to another.
When you work on with salvation with fear and trouble, them getting themselves to go and masquerade and commit adultery and hey.
All kind of disorderly fashion.
Yeah, that way you know it's not that spirit from old. Because that was going on, you know, as Moses going up for the
Don't
for the
have
laws,
here,
you know.
don't have here. I run fast.
Let's not think that every day.
Oh, you still have one?
Yeah.
Exodus.
I think I did a
Exodus
video.
32 and 6.
I did a video on that, you know, and the people rose up to
I
pray.
do have one and all too.
But go continue, huh?
Verses 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now
The law there doesn't mean under the law in the sense, under your flesh. If you are led of the Spirit, you're not under your flesh then. Well, because when you say under the law, the reason why the Lord make Paul say it like that is because Paul's letters would be a tripping stone to those who wouldn't understand him. So when he said, read that part over again.
Like Galatians 5:18, but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Which means under your flesh then, because the law will condemn you to death. That's what he's trying to tell you. Read.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Now he's telling you what's going on. Now the works of the flesh are manifest. Read.
Which are these: adultery, fornication,
Adultery, fornication.
Not happening nowadays for sure.
uncleanness,
What?
uncleanness,
Uncleanness. Well.
lasciviousness,
Lasciviousness.
or
Yeah, lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness. Well.
right, lasciviousness,
Yeah.
Lasciviousness, right?
idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance,
And so like yeah, all these are the spirits that out there. So with the same witchcraft is a big ceremony taking place. They make it a memorial every year to celebrate and that which is witchcraft.
Yeah, because it bewitch our people to do that.
But by the music and by the chanting and by the ambience and what taking place is witchcraft. And then what you say after the witchcraft?
And hatred.
Hatred, because every year a man seen a man who
Who won with?
Who he won with, because all the time war taking place, everybody in the zone. But you see now when carnival come together, everybody in one space, what does take place? The hatred is that manifest because you're drunk. So it's easy for a man to just mash your foot and the curses activate one time.
Bottle shooting now. Now it's gunshot. Long time was bottle shooting, now it's gunshot.
And
In crowd.
I'm supposed to tell you how happy it is because you mentioned witchcraft. All in them, when they just up in the costume and touch the blue devil and thing. That is like another form of Halloween that Jake is take part of. All of them just putting that spirit on them.
Pay devil.
Yeah, pay the devil.
Some of them
Pay
possess. You ever see
Pay
a red devil? Some of them possess. It's how this behaving.
Yeah.
So like here, also the names, you know, soca. You know, when you're calling upon soca, calypso, them thing is gods and thing you're worshipping, you know. Bacchanal. Bacchanal is Bacchus, you know. You know, you call them words and them very powerful, you know. So when you call upon them names and you are around that, you know, the environment, you know, it's idolatry and whatnot going on. Can.
You can't be silent, stick for the name, you might know that a soul for the Lord, but yet you don't want to wine like that.
Everything that is in the darkness will come to the light.
Can.
Finish it off.
Variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresy.
What did you say?
Heresy.
Yeah, because heresy goes back into blasphemy. You say blasphemous thing from your mouth. We'll say blasphemous thing. We'll say blasphemous thing to justify the wicked Bacchus.
Yeah.
And condemn. That's like with your situation there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come. You finish it?
Right, it's not something.
But
The envyings, murders, drunk.
Yeah, but that's drunkenness. That's why you have the accident in the highway. You know, for the weekend, on my about 15 people put to death or put to stay about shine.
What about them who have been sex in effect?
Yeah, yeah, that been sex and fat. I said I thought Jake who had a woman bend over and he whole face in she buttocks and pulls and tell me what I want you to the man what she pulls and Tim face to get and
continue what you was doing.
yeah. I think about it, yes.
But I hear but I hypocrisy. You shouldn't take him out of the flesh. That is what you are promoting. You can't tell a man to be a rebel. Don't be a rebel when the thing is about rebel. Yeah, when the thing is about debauchery.
Debauchery, that's what I know what I say. That's what I know what I say, debauchery.
Debauchery.
Because when the policeman was getting out wine and thing, he ain't gonna hear him going, hey, don't think they are working. He gonna see
He go wine back, but he go stand up and take wine.
Yeah, you know what is going on?
Say that a gun, but
Now we supposed to do?
Well, go ahead.
Right, it says, revelings and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Yeah, because
Simple. How hard that is to understand?
self-explanatory.
Simple. You understand? And that is good. That day, because I lust and the pleasures of this life is going to make you falter, pursuant to those very said things there that is written in the scripture.
Yeah,
Right? Come now. Come there, Kyle. Continue.
Yeah, and they second Maccabees 6 and 6, it said, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Can't. So there's the situation here now. So the strip we, the strip here everything now, and you niggas don't even care about you niggas don't even have consider of your heritage and whatnot so forth. You understand? Now you niggas is all for jump and wave, back it up.
Yeah, the big truck.
Yeah, and soca is my therapy and all them sort of nonsense. Yeah.
And the thing about it is how these women be revealing their nakedness, you know, and they're the husband, woman, you know, and all them, the doctors, those, all these so-called high class women, they was bring themselves, you know, but we know there's hoes in uniform, but in that day, white collar hoes, so we know in that day, they must come out and, if a piper looking little that she, he got a flick, piper again and wine. And Piper smelling green, but she came on and
Because you can't recognize her.
yeah,
She shall look and she
that shade and she just white and as I think was somebody was telling me that I think to this that who these women have been on this kind of the G string and thing and how the band and why you actually seen everything.
Yeah, see
Seeing all the entries.
Yeah, see the box now.
Yeah, the real.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month, they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices.
They were forced, well.
And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivy.
Right, so that ivy goes into when they research that word ivy, it goes into the costumes now, but you understand? That it goes into the costumes. Yeah, it goes into the costumes and whatnot, so forth. You understand? Celebrating that Bacchus, which Bacchus now is where you get the term Bacchanal. Right? But it was from Bacchus to Bacchanalia to Bacchanal.
And you would believe when that mixture of Bacchanalia, that mixing with Saturnalia.
Yeah.
Because you know what Saturnalia come from? When the Romans and them used to be walking through the streets, men having naked and having sex with one another. And they call it Saturnalia. It's Saturnalia, one of the and the blending that with Bacchus in this time.
Yeah, because it carry the same friggin' spirit.
Yeah, because when you check the pride for reason thing, same basic thing.
Yeah, but the time we living in here, when we living at the end, you seeing a woman flexing, and you thinking, well, you know, a lot of these chicks thinking is a woman, or is a man? Is a man if you tell a kind of white man or something like that? You know, he shave all his legs and he just straight forward now.
Yeah.
And somebody
And just showing ways and a man come behind him.
And a man is got it's like camera just saw the old colors man now. And yeah, you camera to see if anybody gonna flex on him. If you see Jake.
Tripping good.
Jake gonna wind up on the boom, see I say with the flick when the man realize is a man now and he ducking and he play running through the crowd. It's the funny people now. Watch him now. He do here so
Yeah.
like,
I see that video.
You see that video?
Yeah, he
glad
he catch a boy now. He glad he catch a boy.
So imagine that. When this is the part of that, the promoter that is a joke and it's funny, but it's sick.
God, some here, this is Bacchanalia. Alright? It says Bacchanal redirects here. Alright, so because it's showing that the word Bacchanal come from Bacchanalia and Bacchanalia come from the word Bacchus. Alright? So the Bacchanalia was unofficial, privately funded, popular Roman festivals of Bacchus based on various aesthetic. Aesthetic goes into ecstasy, frenzy now, but you know, you're all in a frenzy, you know? Right? Aesthetic elements of Greek Dionysia. They were almost certainly associated with Rome's native cult of Liber, and probably arrived in Rome itself around 200 BC. Like all mysterious religions of the ancient world, very little is known of their rites. They seem to have been popular and well organized, same thing.
Yeah,
the carnival organization, the carnival committee, the national carnival committee. You understand?
Like how they had kid, I think this kid.
Yesterday was that. Yesterday was that.
Yeah, see it?
So you see the reason, why Ezekiel 9 and 4?
Yes, I got the whole.
And but kill, don't all little ones.
Kill baby, everything.
As you're saying, don't to Gugu Gaga.
Yeah, don't to Gugu Gaga and all going on, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Just spirit and
Can.
And the scripture says them is flesh that born in vain.
Yeah, multiple that was dying.
Right? They will seem to have been popular and well organized throughout the central and southern Italian peninsula. Levy, writing some 200 years after the event, offers a scandalized and extremely colorful account of the Bacchanalia, with frenzied rites, sexual violent initiations of both sexes, all ages, and all social classes. He represents the cult as a murderous instrument of conspiracy against the state. Let me see something here. Yeah, we had to go through all that.
Yeah,
We had to go through all that. We get.
to the boys.
Yeah, go ahead now.
It's the online etymology, the word carnival, right? It said from 1540 is a time of merrymaking before Lent, and that also proved that these wicked ass Roman Catholics is wickedness.
Yeah. Because that Lent.
Say the Roman Catholic Church have a part to play carnival.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Wednesday come, you go back to that very same church, and the people go and bless them again. The priest go and bless them again.
Church full.
Salakia, what I want
Your
to say.
sins is they don't be good to go.
Salakia, what I want to say is what I want to say is from Carnival incident is it's all Roman Catholic. It's all Roman Catholic. Yeah, because it's a transition now from your debauchery and all of that and whatnot to go into a deeper state of idol worship, because Lent. That's a while back I did a video on it and explain it and showing it that Christianity is a reform package of paganism. All right. Lent goes into lamenting for Tammuz. You understand? For the yeah. Go and do your research. Lent. And these niggas talking about are putting away yeah, the certain things are the flesh now, boy, for Lent and whatnot, so forth. So which means you're making certain sacrifices for Tammuz now, boy. You know, you're lamenting for Tammuz. Lament goes into you'll get in
To mourn.
yeah, to mourn. You'll get in Ezekiel, I think is 8. I want to believe. I will look for it just now, but it's an Ezekiel. But they're weeping for Tammuz now, boy.
Yeah, I know the script.
Yeah. Well,
Tammuz was born.
Tammuz was born
25th of December.
25th of December. So it's all linked from the Christmas into the is a transitional, you know, from Christmas into Carnival into Lent now, boy. And then Easter.
And that
And right, that is all
That's why the
boy.
Roman Catholics just have this something called church mass.
Can.
Where do you think it come from?
But and what the woman have on his you
You think, yeah.
in the Catholic things in tongue, when the woman have only costume she modeling should
That was an Anglican church. That was an Anglican
So you
cathedral.
see?
But they all it's
one, the
it's all in the same thing now, boy.
And all this what prove what that is really the daughter of Babylon
Can.
go to America, I know, and this wicked ass Roman Catholic Church, you know, it's Babylonian custom to keep him.
Yeah, but what the Roman Catholic Church actually saying,
well,
what they
well,
actually saying is, when you finish doing your debauchery on the streets and thing, now, and you come to the church now, you will do it now, but you will do it in a what you call
Cleanse,
in
in
a
a
cleansing
cleansing
way
way.
now. Same thing, you know, but
Yeah, foolishness. Yeah.
now that is Satanism in all form.
Go ahead, actually.
It's a carnival from the French carnaval. Now that is exactly how these niggas be saying it. Right? Carnaval, yeah. They say to remove meat, literally raising up the flesh.
Yeah.
Raising the flesh.
Can't eat flesh and all mean exposed.
Yeah. And that is what they're
Exposed
exposed.
to the flesh.
Yeah, and they worship in the flesh. That's what they going back
Yeah,
to.
because if you really watch it too, when they go all these women who are in testament, buying see women for the year and see these kind of beautiful women, that beautiful women in that. And when I see them, these women have on, you know, all these piece of cloth, they can't even call it twine,
Twine and
you understand?
and little beads and
Beads
whatnot.
and so when you see these women walking, you're gonna be lusting after these women. So you're gonna be going after all you will be lusting after the flesh.
The Bible says, I'm sorry, the name of the festival is the lust of the flesh.
Yeah, that's some men had the little jockey thing with the little tails covering the
Cover-
road, and them your bands here, and they're not shaking, they going on and going through the crowd, and women, them have one next to nothing.
Wickedness, boy. They say folk etymology has it from the medieval Latin carne vale, fresh flesh farewell, and I pray, Lord willing, that this year will be a farewell for a lot of these niggas in the flesh. Yabasha will try to take this spirit.
Yeah, well, I pray that when the carnival done, that they get the disease so heavy now that they kill out a lot of
Right,
people.
because right now, Salaki, I think it in I think Bonnie Bird, I think what they posted up this morning in chat that I think it's in Thailand. The doctors said them talking about the C to the 1 to the 9, right? And they say all who take the devil shot, they gain tumors in the head and brain cancer. So understanding your expiry date, they come like you come like a box of milk right now. Just decaying from inside until you just drop down boodoo. And that is the you day. And then you judgment all the time. I get judgment on
You're being unalive.
Yeah.
Lord willing, we'll have a massive quick Monday and Tuesday.
Let's sort them up.
I want to read something quick here. They are bacchanal in etymology. It's a 1530s, right? It's a riotous, drunken, roistering, right? Pertaining to Bacchus, right? It's a from
We got bacchanal, like this woman gesture.
Yeah, she that demon. Actually, that demon.
Yeah.
Funny enough,
Yeah.
every time I hear about it, that song which she sing, that's in my head. I was like, this.
Because that one she was promoting.
Yeah, she said she's Lucy too.
Yeah.
Going to go with the promiscuity.
Yeah.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
She looser than Lucy.
Yeah.
She looser than. So let me show you the demon she make. She become one, right?
What we have to do with Bacchus, the meaning perhaps arise by intemperate drinking, right? It's from 1711. So the meaning is one who indulges in drunken revel, right?
Yeah, that's why you see.
Meaning for revel is
That's why you see most of them, when the carnival done his thing, she come on the ground lie down front upon himself. They start hooting and women them carry stand up good. They told them and after that way all the killings take place, all the raping take place, the gripping take place, all these other things take place is when carnival done. Because what everybody looking to do is obviously all this flesh revealing. A man wanna please the flesh at the end of the day. You telling me all this flesh you seeing jumping up and you yourself, you burning in the flesh. You see something lurking in that corner drunk. You go down and just a slide. Men go down, demons and possess men go down come and take a grip and prostitute Friday. So you might hear two, three of them females them get put
She hurt so bad she forget she is raping.
Next 3 months she tell her she husband she up living because you must have made the cool. You know I'm pregnant and when the child born you take it well is my child. When you look at a big G child come on the curly hair if they call him Dada. Yeah, the confusion have any place.
the meaning for revel, right? It's a enjoy oneself in a lively and noisy way, especially with drinking and dancing. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
But here these synonyms. It's a celebrate, make merry, having a party, feast, right? Feast of Bacchus, eat, drink, and be merry, carouse, oyster, have fun, have a good time.
That sounds like when it is a Jeremiah when Jeremiah say I change some of them wicked ways and whatever. You say boy we will follow you only by one thing and you will stay with evil.
We will not obey.
Yeah, we will not obey, we will continue wickedness. Yeah. That is the spirit of them. That's why Ezekiel say pour the Jeremiah pour the blood. Can he say pour the blood on the streets?
But just finish this, right?
Well,
Let's say the second meaning say lively and noisy enjoyment, especially with drinking and dancing, right?
Yeah, music.
Then let's say jollification, make merry. Let's say botch, right?
Bacchanal. Yeah, bacchanal. See?
Yeah.
Bacchanal. So we ain't lying. We're not lying. We're not lying. We giving it here and but let me thing and because all this week taking it gonna tying right back into the main thing where we come to show you here because the end is at hand. Because let me tell you something, you already feel. Yeah, going back to it, he drop it. What I wanna say is this, you already feel all this bag of shit you niggas doing from fucking year to year that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua ain't gonna bring judgment, he could just sit back like a big kunumunu nabali. and just
But-
watching everything and learning everything. That's, you know?
That's what he drove out with this city. You got this city, go to the tell the tune, all the smiling.
You all in for a rude awakening.
And he was also doing it as far as when Moses went up to get the commandments, you know, when he came back, when he came back down, you're saying reveling and drinking and all these things taking place.
What will end up taking place a while after?
Yeah, it's
You know, and you look open up, and you look open up the altar, swallow them more.
That's why I wish that earthquake come and take
Yeah,
them.
gotta sift. You know, say all for him and follow any laws. I wanna, you know, if they come on this side and all who wanna stay in the wickedness.
I like how Ezekiel 9 said, he said, set up back upon the men that sign and cry, and the others in my hearing go through the events and they see and smile. Let not your eyes fear.
Man, I have a quick precept here. I have to go back after. Second Ezra 15, and verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword,
The what?
the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Because the end, as I say, you cannot expect, all right? You cannot expect to be doing all of this that you all have been doing over the years, and don't feel that the Lord ain't going to bring judgment upon the world, because the whole, not just Trinidad, just have Bacchus Festival, the whole world. Right? Miami, let's have a big one. New York, let's have a big one. London, New Orleans, Germany. Well, don't talk for Brazil. Last year, you didn't see what the Lord do with Brazil last year? Brazil come out with the whole demonic thing, with thing and whatnot, so forth, and right. And what the Lord did to Brazil just after that?
Mash it up one flood and
All kind of flood, this, that.
and you actually see the spirits were flying over the water. You literally see spirits flying over the water. It was pretending it was like a door and it was flying. It was just pretending, but the Lord let us see it on camera. So you can see it was flying over the water and stirring up the waters. It was stirring up the waters.
Get up,
Right.
man.
It's how real it is.
Continue.
Yeah.
Continue. Go ahead.
They say second Ezra 15 and verse 6, it says, for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
What the Bible say?
Wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
That's why the Bible says the end of all things is upon us. It's
God.
here. Right.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled. It's ripe for destruction.
Yeah, he say get it done for the press is full, right?
God.
And the press full of what? Wickedness. Of the bloods of goats and lambs. The goats represent the nation and the lambs represent 2/3 of the
Go
goats.
represent Esau.
Esau.
Rams are.
Actually, right,
Rams
rams
represent.
it's goats, rams, lamb, right?
Yeah.
So the goats represent
Esau.
Edom. The lambs represent 2/3 of God's people. Right? Because at the end of the day, it's Israelite, but they're just not right. You understand? And the rams is the nation. The nations are just do wicked. But it started with Esau, Edom, the top nation, and the rest of the nation. But the Lord told Israel, thou shalt not make merry with the nation.
A quick one, yeah. Is it really?
Yeah, well, that was one year. Second Ezra 15 and verse 7, it said, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
What the Bible say?
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Meaning he will consume them with the spirit of his mouth. And the words of the prophet.
That's right.
The prophecy is coming to pass.
Yeah, whatever we say will come to pass. And if we say you niggas fuck for carnival, you all fuck for carnival. It is what it is.
Don't say I'm healing them by my prophets.
Yeah. And we say that after Ash Wednesday, a lot the hospital going to be full up. The minister of health gonna come and go to he gonna blame the prime minister and say, I told you not to have carnival.
That Negro in there, Fitzgerald Hines.
Fitzgerald
He say
Hines.
a safe for 2024. He gonna have to eat them words.
Yeah, he
gonna have a safe
the most
2024.
correct is right after the Lord gonna make him eat them words up. You understand? And then Rauli will come and say, well, you just talk with that girl's voice. I was just trying to give the citizens what they wanted.
No, mind Rowley said, expect terrible days ahead. So how come he come in and say thing going and be more, you know?
Yeah, hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. And that's what we call deception.
Bread and wine. Circus and wine. Circus and bread.
Bread.
Second Ezra 15 and verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, right, outside the temple. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
And the carnival is what you have in there, the prophecy. I can see it, it's so plain. If you can see it, the Lord really blind you.
And notice the key word there, which is exercise. Exercise, to exercise, when I exercising, you know, you put focus, you
Put all your energy into it.
I'll be real with you. Remember, all of we was in the world, you know. When carnival come up, we planning carnival
2 months back.
when carnival come there, can't sleep, you know. We working through the whole night. For Juve, you know. We gonna line out the road. And then when we done line, we coming back home. You understand? We coming back home drunk. We knock off our give a cup and go carnival drunk. And just looseness.
Yeah, make it
So
strong.
let's show you how we manage. And this time, it's a more traditional vibe. What you imagine. And men go with a gun in the wheels now. You understand? Men, normally you see men taking men in a corner sandwich and you have to go next side and bowling. One ball doing showing up, see 6 sign, next time bowling 7 so. And next side sandwich so. And after carnival is bullet. In tongue I mean madness. In tongue would I mean madness. We know after Juve, tongue would I mean madness.
But I feel, I get to that here, before you bring out that, I just feel in it in the spirit that the Lord is going to set a standard in Trinidad here. The murder rate, after carnival, the murder rate is going to be so high, the hospital is going to be full up. You all going to see.
Salakia, remember in Port of Spain, they come out and they were saying, well, they don't come down in Port of Spain if it is your family and thing, they will have a lot of murders and thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, carnival will be taking place around that area. So them same people and them who come around and saying these kind of things, waiting going be taking place. You know, so when a man see another man from wherever, you know.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this
Yeah.
morning. I see him this morning. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock tomorrow morning is when it was started.
Yeah,
You want to say it?
a lot of things. Yeah.
We want to present
This is the book of Ezekiel 25 and 17. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes.
We launch with furious rebuke. So the death toll going to be high after this carnival.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is a scary thing because really and truly, they can't see the demons in the midst of them. You know? And even if the Lord did reveal the veil, drop the veil to show them the demons, they wouldn't notice because everybody look like demons.
Yeah.
They're dressing up like demons, they ain't gonna notice. So
That was say like a Halloween party.
it's a Halloween party. But if it is the Lord drop the veil for them to see the demons in the midst of them, to see how much demons are wrong. Because it's not safe. Them not safe. And that's the thing we didn't shoot. You're protected because the Lord protecting you, have angels with you. You
The
understand?
movie Jacob's Ladder. You know, when he Lord who pulled back the veil from his eyes and able to see was in a party. And I see the demon jump with the woman whining and I see the demon on top of she whining. Yeah, the real.
No, but,
Check out that movie.
but it's true. But it's true. When you take these demons and these demons jumping up, take it out. You don't think that's the way it's
So, alright, that is prophesied to the wind.
That you would know, but I didn't want to go. Remember the rational is correct.
Yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
That's why the scripture says the angels encamped around them that fear the Lord. These people who are not fear for the Lord.
It was, yeah, and the Lord, that could be a sign when the Lord, what he just said is what's going on out there. The Lord showing you what is about to take place. You see, men, spiritual men that watch everything in spiritual, and you don't watch things right out here. But this is our brother Christ, and this brother, you have a lot of
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it.
That one more on this side and then it's back up over. It reads, they shall know that I am Yahweh when I shall lay my vengeance upon them.
And the scripture talk about these spirits of vengeance created. Them coming to still lay on sore strokes. It's not like no soft thing in the end. So they mean that means these spirits of created for vengeance coming harshly. They come in terribly.
Ooh, I just say that there, I can bring out this one time. Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, say, a sword is sharpened,
Sword is sharper.
and also foolish.
Also foolish. We're not Yakal, we're not.
No, I agree with you because the scripture is speaking for itself. You understand? I saw the sharp one, the Lord not playing it. Become like the times where we in, the demons that the punishment at hand, it's not gonna be like normal way still you know you could recover, you're gonna be fatal. In other words, you saw that furbish right now. It's sharp. It come in harsh. You understand?
Can.
Verse 10, it says it is sharp to make a sore slaughter.
To make a what?
To make a sore slaughter.
That is exactly what we was talking about. The Lord is going to bust your head, he's going to kill you. And they go piling up like the Bible. Don't be on fire, don't talk about it. And the body going to be like down upon you.
You didn't realize something? All this so-called Saharan dust. Look at down here, you see any Saharan dust in the sky here? White Saharan dust only concentrated over Port of Spain, some Lavanton and Movan and places like that. Why is that? Because Jake living in high concentration in them areas.
Hey, and just to add on what the brother saying, right? Just to add on what the Rashalam saying, a picture of where the 5G towers was, where I think is the big brother said that picture of the 5G towers in Trinidad. One is in Port of Spain, that one in South, and it's not coincidence that them is the areas that the Saharan does circulating. You understand? So these 5G towers that they have in Port of Spain, that one, because that interfering with the frequency. Esau knows exactly what he's doing with the puppets and them who he have in control of this place. You understand?
Continue. That's how real it is. So all eyes are so on what we saw.
Yeah.
You know, it say Ezekiel 21 and 10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mud?
Show like it just party.
Yeah, because you know in the movies you go see how a boy when he sit down and he ready for what he just shot. So like this, watching it as serious. I like the Lord they thinking so, and as he get a go, he come in one time, you know. He sharpening his sword. All know that his spirit created for vengeance and all these things.
So action.
Yeah.
Because I think they say when a man go to cut down a tree, 90% of the time taken is to sharpen the axe.
Yeah.
You need to 10%. So when they come in with great vengeance and slaughter. Yeah.
You giving it your all, you
Can.
understand? You're using all the time to prep. So anytime when it's time for the war now, you understand? You want to get rid of the enemy as most sufficiently and quickly as possible.
Effectively as possible.
I'm on that or you can go that way. Yeah, a little bit more. They say, it is furbished that it make glitter. Should we then make mud?
They go make mud.
Yeah, going
Look at the times we live in, you make mud for what? Let's say better to take the house a morning than the house a mud.
Do you any look come like a TV night?
Yeah.
You will not make mud? But you see the boy put ashes on your face and sackcloth on and pray about it. It's like when the pastor come, because we head into the Passover. But being Passover spirit until he come in the Lord, because we see what happening right now. You understand? And when you go back into that sword, you go back into all Esau nets. When you go into, I think it's Psalms Psalms 10 when you talk about he lays snares. So all the snares and traps, when you understand all this, you see 19, that is a part. All will come in again. You understand? All these other places, like, I think it's about these X, all these other things is all these.
Ima one too. I want to say the name. Ima to the bird.
Right, so you understand.
Yeah.
All these things is Lord bringing out. Hey, who want to die by famine? Who want to die by plagues and pestilence? Who want to die by the sword itself? Which is the modern day gun. You understand? All these nuclear weapons. You understand? World War III, Civil War. All that when I'm breaking loose.
1:15 say that I love not the world, neither the things
Things
in
I
the world.
can't.
You understand? Going down. It say all that in the world is the lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and all these things, and this will soon pass it away.
Yeah.
So it don't make sense making notes.
Yeah, it say, contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he had given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharp, and you saw the sword in your left hand side, right? It's to be sharpened. This and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer, which is ultimately who Yahweh Shai. Right? Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh.
2/3 must go.
That's right.
2/3 must go.
Can't.
They're not sticking around. The Lord have them around. How long will the Lord take this wickedness for?
You boy.
See, Israel was made, you see, you all don't understand, Israel was made to praise the Lord.
That's right.
He wasn't made to be like the rest of the heathen. We have a God to serve. And he's an angry, pissed off God. When you do shit, when you're full of shit, he's angry and pissed off.
Can you see, follow not the ways of the heathens?
Bring with the precept, brother.
Yeah, God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. And we say, but as the days of Noah, see as Noah,
Yeah.
God, it said, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of Yahweh Ba'ashim, well, the Son of Man be.
Well,
It say, verse 38, it say, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
now they were eating, drinking, married, and giving in marriage. Break that down. What do you mean by giving in marriage? Correct. Giving in marriage means that they were having sex
You can say orgies,
and all these kind of things.
orgy and all these, because that's going right now.
And then the sex becomes so illicit that they're not doing it with woman and man anymore. They decide to try.
Animals.
What it correct? Say man with man working.
Ah, that was scripture,
That's
isn't it?
and against nature.
Yeah. I'll bring it out to us.
Continue on.
Also the bestiality. Because I tell them, the proud and say the people with dog and who see horse and
Alligator.
right?
Now, how could we, now, through the spirit and power, Yamashimesha, how could we, the elect, dwell anymore in this land? We have no other choice but be crying out to Lord. We spirit want to live here.
And why we pray for a few days.
Yeah, we don't want to stay here. Lord, how long could the righteous stay around this fuckery? Read that.
Continue and it say, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Hey,
Well,
that yeah, part, because what going on right now is the Lord actually filling the spiritual ark until the literal ark comes, right? Which is the chariots and them to deliver we from his place, because we understand that some men will and die and all these things, but Noah was telling them that a flood coming.
That's
You
the point.
understand?
That
A
is the
flood
point.
coming, and nobody even understand there's a flood coming. You understand? The flood right now wouldn't be by water, but it's by fire, by famine. All these things coming in like a flood.
That represents the flood.
when Noah was in,
Fire.
Can-
Fire this time.
when Noah was in hospital, he was crying out loud and let them know, hey, or they'll get themselves right, repent, they'll come in, or they'll get a shelter, they'll save before come in. Because he was seeing
It wasn't just coming, it was
repent, well, that is the word. He was full repent. You understand?
If I could add something on that.
You ever know what I mean? Repent, wash yourself.
So when you really think about how deep that is, they really compare now to back then, right? Because Noah, first of all, it was Noah by himself, right? Him and his wife and his sons and whatnot, right? So it's just them alone. Look at what prophets are all around the world now, right? Just Noah back then. It had no rain falling at that point in time, so they had no reason to believe nothing. They had no internet access, nothing to search, to see them kind of thing, right? So had a little sign for the blind, right? But we know in this time, where we had the internet, there are more prophets than in Noah time, right? And, right, we understood and we believe, right? Most Jake, right, they had the understanding that the first death was flood. You understand? They know about that. Right? Now the second that we tell them about it and they be in the same way, more ignorant. Right? That is why they had to get destroyed now, because the more wicked, because you have more proof now than how Noah.
What she say is correct. What
Yeah.
Kyle saying is correct. You have access. If you live in a modern time, you have access to a lot of information that should build your faith.
And they have no excuse.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
well,
What you say?
yeah.
Now, when Noah was prophesying and let them know and whatnot so forth, rain, sky, water from sky. Noah, what shit you talking, boy? Boy, go from here with that now, boy. But when the door they closed,
One time.
and the first fucking
You watch out. And hey,
the first
It was dropped.
God,
and a boy do so and look up and only see it black up in the sky, all the clouds.
none of the sun.
And then it's then the one drop multiply to 2, then 6, then 10. Then it's because it's shra.
So I fall like big stone.
So understand when the revelation, when you talk about the stars falling from heaven, when these nuclear weapons are coming back into, when they see the raindrops at fall, they have to fail because they know they get warned. So what we know in this time, and we will give them warning about tomorrow nuclear fire and destroy the earth. When they actually see that you better get a dream, when they see the nuclear coming, everybody pause, everybody had faith. You understand? Everybody can't even we gotta run and go. Be real. We going in that split of a second, we want thing to do, thing to go all around flashback is we were
As Satan too taking half an hour from the silos to outer earth atmosphere. To outer earth atmosphere and re-entering back into earth atmosphere within half an hour time. Right? So how the hell you looking to say you escaping? Alright, you're looking to jump in your car, and while you're in your car, you're looking to see if you can buy an online plane ticket.
You know, come into my head. In Babylon.
And then you had to go through customs.
In Babylon. In Babylon.
That's a nice video to make, and I knew you niggas were stupid.
Yeah, because understand what I'm saying, right? You know a lot of them, when you see nuclear weapons coming to touchdown right in Babylon, them gonna be bowling Jesus.
Yeah.
And them gonna be Jesus!
They say after the missiles can hit them, they still wouldn't repent.
You see? So you understand that? Bring on that.
So there's Revelation chapter 9 and verse 20. It say, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, right? Because you now read about the missiles here, right? Yet repented not of the works of their hands,
the wicked,
that they should not worship devils, right? Chese Boshe is a devil.
That's right. Yeah, Jesus.
Oshe and Ogun, like devils, right?
Yeah, Allah and all of them.
Yeah. And idols of gold, and silver, and brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk,
Nor deliver.
Nor deliver.
No one with them there. Them feel like them get away.
And yeah, but they go get with it. Yeah. It says verse 21, neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. So they go another way, they go and run back to the same Roman Catholic Church and call on Jesus. Like what brother was saying. Yeah, and that is why they're going to have to be put out. That's why the Lord say, "I many calls for many fishers, and He's going to call for many hunters, by the angels and the men of the Lord, to wipe out these wicked ass drakes."
Because them feel like them get away when they call on the Jesus and when the church and thing, them feel the Jesus will go ahead them. They get things from there, but no. You understand?
Yeah.
The Lord reserve a specific whoever to get destroyed by that, who to get cut off by the literal sword when he come back and all them things. Everybody
Everybody fall into a particular category.
You get away. Who was not reading the
I don't finish out.
Yeah, God say He will appoint to them 4 kinds of death. Like Jeremiah 15. Yeah.
So I'm going to go back into the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse, I'll jump back from 28. It says, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You understand? Yeah. So what? So you all feel all I know you all are just going to be in this world forever. Yeah. Who feel gonna get raptured and whatnot so forth. Hey, you Christians and all too, the Lord have it for all you too. Don't feel it's only them who go and celebrate Bacchus and whatnot so forth. Lord coming for all you too.
Okay, so you see this? Hear this. Alright, let's tell you what I see today, right? When I see my little brother today, see, I don't really see him so much. I see him. So he was with my other brothers and them talking. Because I was laughing. But understanding heights what happened, right? The church Germany back. So the church people them coming out, but I see them on the coach junction line by the banner. So them singing kind of song and it again. If people in the church, the people are watching them and laughing. So in my mind, in the middle, I see what's in there. I say, watch on the show, yeah? Them in the wickedness, you understand? Praying unto the idol God and go and the sexual portion, praying unto, they may be called committing adultery, the woman, and then maybe on the other side and pretending like that. Breaking the laws at the end of the day. But Jakes and all too, them in the wickedness. Them are not time, them, they smoke up the weed and the drinking the rum. But what's the difference between you passing and shaking your head? And that'll show you how that will come to medicine now. The Christians them is the ultimate
Set of hypocrites.
mockers and hypocrites and
And that's that same thing runs through my mind today, coming up the road to pick up
there was
Brother Nagard and them.
most.
I see that same thing happen,
But to see people,
you know,
yeah.
in traffic. It have a church, a Christian church, and these church people and old people now,
Yeah.
you know, they come out and they just looking around like, you know, look
Yeah.
at these fools and them, you know, they even go come to the church, you know.
Because them laughing at them and we laughing at them.
And can.
So them thinking them getting the last laugh when really and truly we laughing at them
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
All of them in their wickedness.
Destroy for lack of knowledge and they feel like they hold you and down.
Can. Yeah.
And I was not going to answer that because you rather say the Pharisees
You know what the Pharisees
Yeah, I
said?
was telling the Pharisees and this.
Yeah.
He was saying to the Pharisees, say, wait, you preaching all this into them, but you know no difference, because you don't love my Father. Because really, and if you love the Lord, they're gonna listen to what He's saying.
Yeah.
You understand? But them not listening to what which I saying. Just like as how I make the reference, the church neither the brothers and them. You understand?
But what did the scripture say? But woe unto the pastor that lead my flock astray.
Yeah.
Because they don't have, they are the outside being wicked.
And
But the question is still unto the Lord, but we can't go to church because the Lord is there.
can.
Them other part to play too.
So now the Lord said the prophets on the streets now, and they all play a blind eyes to it because you don't want to receive all the God doing is giving you back your heritage. You know? Yeah, Hebrew Israelite, come back to the Lord. Instead of making men looking like, you know, the Lord tell we would look like I'm making I would turn into a punk now. When they come to me, you will look like a punk. No, Jared. No, the Lord do you that, boy. No, the Lord tell you, give you back what was lost, what was stolen from you.
One more thing now. Before we pull off, like before we pull off, Alex J come and ball, yeah. Like they know what that means preaching, you know, I say, yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus is building. Yeah, Jesus. They don't watch me, they watch him like Santa Claus, but Jesus, I say, the fuck, this spirit come out from my, they just show in that little village, there's so much of spirits. Is that why don't come outside? I don't come out and do it nobody, and doing that, they just hate you because they want to be just like them. They come and liberal style, and I say, well, he's come anti-modern, I say, why they watching, they say, they find you doing good, but mama, them in their eyesight, they think you're doing good because why, you might have a little boat or you might be renting by pull out one side by yourself and you're not doing things what them doing on the streets and the block, but at the idea in their eyesight I doing good, so you leave that that kind of prosperous spirit. Now I want to see like a little thing whatever it is, but mama, you ain't gonna bring affliction to no 2/3, whereas my brothers gonna know what going on. You understand? But I just show you how the vibration of this place, you understand? But I've been reading what the Lord was like with these what they say, oh, you like with the sinners and they drunk, because they will more be like, yeah, boy, we're seeing they really serious. So they won't come and build a circle at the punching or the wrong weather. They will drink and they'll be like, yeah, boy, we're saying they on point, you know, and they acknowledge and they remember them. See, by Israelite, yeah, it's an Israelite, you know. Yeah, they will believe that it's an Israelite, but still stay in the wickedness. You know? I know that for fuck, I know that. They know that.
They see it. You speak an extra experience.
But brother, all of them know there's Israelite, but them just, because they won't be like, yeah, them heathen, them come around.
Yeah, because we live in a faithless generation where they don't understand. No matter what they could read and they could tell them, and they don't have faith, so they don't see anything beyond what they're doing.
And they have the seed to believe.
I have a precept for you with that. That's
It will come out.
Say we always used to do it.
I have a
Why
precept.
stop now?
Yeah.
I have a precept for you for that. That is to the tree, boy. Let's see, I think it's to the tree.
This place is fucking good.
Because that's the difference between them and us. You know, we believe in the things that are not seen.
Yeah,
You know?
23.
Can.
They the scripture for niggas like them. So, they Ezekiel 33 and Ezekiel 33 and 31 it reads, and they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, as one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, in brackets, lo, it will come.
Are you precept for that?
Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. You understand?
Are you precept for
One
that?
time,
Because-
one time.
We're bring it out one time.
One time.
Really
next
and
month.
truly, what he just said there is basically that they have no faith. So they will praise the Lord in the mouth and the church. But within the actions, they wouldn't do it because they can't see. They can't see the dangers coming. They can't see the demons them with around them. They can't see into the future, in other words.
I just stop smoking next week, boy, or next month.
Yeah, that's
next
what
week
I
and-
say.
Yeah,
And
when
some
next
you-
week and
and
next
some
month
you-
come, they
Raman
still have a
White.
big spliff in the...
I will stop you, Raman wife from next week. I go look you up.
You understand? They Habakkuk 2 and 3.
She gave a little call, you're running.
It says, I'll read from 1, Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch
That we doing,
and
can.
set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, what I shall answer when I am reproved.
That's right.
So right now we you see we representing that high tower because we are alone in high alert, watching what's going on right now in Babylon, watching what's going on in the Red Sea, watching what's going on with the immigrants pertaining to the civil war in Texas. We don't see what's going on with the bricks, with the currency going back into the US dollar going to be owing so much and so much of debts. We don't see in World War III don't start by UK and the UN. You understand? They're going on strikes. The rumors are wars. We don't see the earthquake happen in Trinidad. I know how much the number for, but everywhere earthquake happening in Japan and all about. So you're seeing that we are at high alert. We as men of the Lord in this timing, you know, we the awoken ones try to seal off the elect, but the rest they just blind.
Can.
Well,
Jump to verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time,
appointed time.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Can
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Can I go back into when I say the proverb, the proverb in Israel, you know, for the no longer here, the Lord coming no longer here, the end coming along. Wait, now you talking about what time is dew water in the plants in the morning? What are you talking about? No long them nuclear weapons them done build already. You feel them saying that they mean they
gonna use that.
They're gonna use that. They gonna end the whole world.
That would give us superpowers.
And putting into the wars, right? How much years World War I was from World War II?
Yeah,
World War I starting. World War I was 1914 to 1918, and then after
4 years straight.
yeah, it was for 4 years, and then after World War II started 1939 to 1945. So
9 years.
yeah, so basically from you will check between 18 to 39, and that was it was about 20 something, about 20
Right,
years.
but
It was a short space,
Right,
a
but
very short space.
the reason why I ask is because when the Lord say, behold, the third will come
Coming quickly.
they say what is scripture say? Yeah, tarrying. They think we here in that long time. Ever since the they say the Lord fell asleep. Some the scripture
Their
says
Peter.
it will continue as it is or something. So, but really and truly, as the scripture say, the vision is yet for an appointed time. So you will have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, the prophecies.
And the third one will come quickly because really and truly that is quick. That is always, even if it was 100 years, it's still quick.
Actually, we
understand?
actually
time different from the Lord.
From the Lord.
Yeah,
Well,
can.
actually, so like, yeah, but actually we in the
Third
third
war,
war.
Yeah,
And-
we need to know
Beginning
the
of the
apostle
third
said.
war.
The proxy
Yeah.
was, is the stencil for the victory.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That's adding more fuel to the fire.
Right, but what I want to say is,
The Lord just holding back,
Go ahead. No, no, go ahead, go ahead,
the
go
Lord
ahead.
just holding back the angels
Like the precept again. They will hold our precept.
until
The whole four, yeah.
right, and until the MOTB be established on the earth.
Can.
And when that happen, brother man, it's a wrap.
Can.
What I was gonna say is
Brother.
what I was gonna say when I say the third war coming quickly, and the thing is, yes, we had a lull within the space of after 1945 to now. All right, but the city thing is that word quickly is they don't understand that when they say and the third war coming quickly is that the third war is going to come up on this generation in a quick succession of time, that
the
wasn't going to be prepared for it.
you understand what I'm
they
saying?
prepared for
Right,
Yeah.
right? Sudden
Yeah,
destruction.
can.
All right, because the third war could have happened since in the 80s, you know, with Gorbachev and I think it was Reagan was the president at the time. Yeah, I think it was Reagan was the president at the time, right? During the Cold War. All right,
Even back to the 60s.
Right.
Because since then they've been trying to launch
missiles
at one another.
on one
But the
another.
Indians have been swooping in and stopping
And
them.
stopping them.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So there's the situation here. You know, so as I say, you know, it cannot take place. But again, it goes back to the two main scriptures, which is that same Habakkuk. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak. All right. Also the Revelation chapter 7
And 1 year.
and 1. All right. Everything you see, you see the thing. People. The Lord said His ways is not your ways. His thinking is His thinking is not your thinking.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord has a way in doing everything and putting
That's
everything
right.
in place.
Perfection.
Yeah, correct is right.
Correct perfection.
Correct perfection. All right. So, what as Brother Yerushalayim say, after World War II, you had a what? You had a sequence of certain wars that needed to take place. You had a sequence of wars. That is what I'm doing on YouTube, fighting me down. YouTube real fighting me down.
I see that. Yeah, boy.
YouTube fighting me down. I do that. Start with the little series, the horrors of war.
I think it's 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, about 4, part
yeah.
4, and there's plenty I have. You understand? But what I decided to do now is really don't put no scriptures towards it.
Or there's a disclaimer.
That's I want to put the disclaimer. I will put the disclaimer and see if I can put scriptures with it, because the scriptures what
comment board.
let better just put scriptures in the comment board now, boy. You understand? And that's add to the edification truth with that.
Yeah.
But the point what I want to get at is that these wars after World War II, like the Korean War, the Vietnam War, all right, Desert Storm back in the 90s, all right, then the second war again in Iraq and Afghanistan and whatnot, so forth, along with other proxy wars and these things and whatnot, so forth. These things was to take place in order for tensions to be built. Bring it out.
Isaiah
Bring it
13
out.
and 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms and of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
You understand? So these things was to take place in order for tensions to be built, you know, and for nations to be eyeing one another and whatnot, espionage, you know, who's sending spies and whatnot, and who sabotaging this one with and whatnot, and all sorts of rhetoric and deals being brokered, and then deals being broken. You understand? Like for instance, the JCPOA or whatever you just call it, with Obama. Where Obama did meet with the Iranians just before he came out of the seat, came out of power, right? Where he would have left all the sanctions, and the Iranians and them they would have stopped enriching the uranium and whatnot, so forth. But when Trump come on the scene, Trump say, "Hey, me going through that. Them Iranian and them, I not going through that with them."
Whatever.
Sanction, put all back the sanctions and whatnot. And with the Iranians who, all right, you want to put back the sanctions? Well, we's going to start not only start back to enrich the uranium, you know, but start to up the percentage of the enrichment. So now you're having a situation now where Iran, they pass 60%. 60% enrichment of uranium is weapons grade. That is weapons grade. And they pass that.
But the Bible still
All right.
say I am strong.
Right?
And even though all the small wars, as you were saying, that it lead up to the Islamic part of the world to form something called the IRO or the IRN. I try to remember with that Islamic something where over 20,000 different Islamic factions joined together because the
America, they attack them so much times, they form their own thing, and BRICS recently give them a invitation to join them.
Right.
It makes sense because let's look at Saudi Arabia.
Can.
Imagine Saudi
Saudi,
Arabia
right.
join BRICS.
Right, good. That's a good point to make in there. You must share this because watch this. Saudi Arabia and Iran could have never see eye to eye because the Saudis is I think a Shiites. Right, the Saudis are Shiites and the Iranians are Sunni. Right. Good. So the Saudis they follow Muhammad. The Iranians and them they sing Muhammad was Muhammad brother or whatever. There was always arch enemies. Now watch this. China is the reason why Saudi Arabia and Iran in BRICS now is, and what is because of China. Because China become mediator between the two of them and bring them and let them settle all the differences and whatnot so forth and get them the invitation that they could join BRICS. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you really check it out, the nations they're fed up. They're fed up of America. You understand? They're fed up of America and as you now said something there concerning all these other factions within Islam. You know, in the earlies, I used to be always saying this when I read in Ezekiel 38 and doing my videos pursuant to Ezekiel 38. You know, there's a particular part within Ezekiel 38 where let me see if I can get Babaka shot. I don't wanna butcher.
And when you were saying there is so on point, and even to with Russia and these Africans, these Hamites also. You understand? They say, well, Russia give me guns. So they want now to them also saying how we could be using doing trade quite in Africa and how to use the US dollar in the midst of the trade. You understand? So that's the fine. So why Uganda can trade with Nigeria without using the
Alright,
US
it's
dollar?
verse 6.
So they were about to dump the US dollar.
Yeah,
Verse
that
6.
was
Ezekiel 38 and 6. Alright. A matter of fact, somebody read start from verse 1 from Babakasha. Go ahead.
It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
Alright. Right, we don't know
Against him.
right, we don't know that it's Russia. Alright? When I go into the word chief, it is Rush. You understand? Meshech. Chief and chief it means to be the head. Right? When the chief is the head now, boy. You understand? But it's speaking. We know it's speaking about Russia. When they go into the word Meshech and they go on and research the word Meshech, all right? It breaks down to Moscow now, boy. And in the blue letter, but when you have the computer, you have a PC or laptop. For you to get the full thing.
How it comes.
Yeah, you understand?
When they turn the phone and put it in desktop version.
Oh, all right. But it says with the line, you know, the commenters on the blue letter, the line, you know, undoubtedly it's speaking about the Russians now, boy. You understand? Right. So good. So continue reading that, Babakasha.
And verse 3, it says, and say, thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
All right. The Lord is letting them know I'm against you. Right? Because why? They are Edomites the same way. All right? They are all Edomites. These Russians and them, they are all Edomites. Go ahead. Read. Go ahead.
For it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Which is to bring them back to that old Soviet Union state that they once was. You understand? And some of these former Soviet Union states is going to fall right under that alliance, that Soviet alliance that they was once a part of. Go ahead, read.
It says, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, each a great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
All of them handling swords, right? Which is what? That is all the military weaponry and whatnot, so forth, you know, the missiles, the missile defense system, the
the armored vehicles, the tanks, the this, the that, you name it, the Lord is going to let them bring it out.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
John, verse 5, it say Persia.
Who?
Persia.
Right, so good. So good. That the bricks prophesying there in the scripture there. No?
Come and think of that, eh?
That the bricks prophesying there in the scripture there.
Persians them coming out.
You understand? Which is the Iranians. Right? Go ahead.
It say Ethiopia
And Ethiopia.
and
Yeah, I
Libya.
was saying it's
Right.
like Russia
Right?
and
That
Africa,
is bricks. You could never, nobody could never tell me, could try to convince me otherwise. That
That's
is the
right.
bricks right there.
Right there.
Right? Go ahead.
It
Yeah.
say Persia, Ethiopia,
Uh-huh.
and Libya.
And Libya
right,
with
right.
them, right? And the Libyans is going to join because, hey, don't get it twisted. These, you know why the Libyans is going to join? Because there's going to come to see, there's going to come to the understanding and going to come to the realization that them siding with NATO back in 2011 to depose Muammar Gaddafi was the biggest mistake that they had ever made. Because when they was living under Gaddafi's rule, all right, Libya was one of the most prosperous nations within Africa and wider world. The man was taking care of his people, right? The man was taking care, but again, the greed of the so-called fucking white man.
Here come the hammer of the
Here come the hammer of the
Here come
fucking
the
earth.
cancer.
Yeah, it can.
But in this case, he can't study.
You understand? Because, right?
Yeah.
Right, that is a whole next topic by itself. Right? Continue, Ak.
It say all of them with shield and helmet. It say Goma.
Which is Turkey,
When you talk about it, that's going into war now.
right?
I did missile defense systems and all something like that. Shield.
Yeah, the shield, all the shield, the S400, the S500, the S600,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there.
right? Go ahead.
Verse 6, it say Goma.
Goma, which is Turkey, because Turkey is going to align itself, all right? Because Turkey, right now Turkey dancing a dance. Right now Turkey dancing a dance. They are part of NATO, you understand? But they don't like the fact that NATO looking to bring in Finland and Sweden. You understand? Finland and Sweden. Alright, and Sweden back then used to play the whole on neutrality, you know. But we don't know where's the whole scene with that whole thing there, right? And these things is going to drive Turkey into the arms Russia, and Turkey has the largest military within NATO, within the European nations that is in NATO. Turkey has the largest military and they are well armed, well equipped, the organized, properly well organized Turkish military. All right, continue.
It say and all his bands, the house of Togama, it say of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
And you see that part there? Let's go back to what Yakal was saying now. And many people with thee.
Afghanistan.
Watch me. Let me tell you something. You see, when I say and all and many people with thee, this is how I used to break down this here that many people. Your Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Your Al-Shabaab, your Boko Haram, your Hamas, your Taliban, all them militant groups, the Al-Qaeda, all them militant, all them militant groups on them is going to come right under the banner. There's going to come right under the banner and come in proper rank and file. Yeah, you understand? All of them is going to join themselves onto Russia. Watch me. Watch me. Yeah, and this is the reason why I'm starting that. This is the reason why I'm doing that series. Because you niggas fail to realize World War III is going to be the most nastiest, bloodiest, ferocious war ever to be fought upon the face of the world, on the face of on this earth here, known to mankind. Because it is not just, it is not, watch me.
What you say is correct. Because that will bring in the community. Imagine that was the Lord himself had to step in.
Yeah, the combination at the height of it, the Lord gonna step in.
Because you take Salakia,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what time we reaching now?
The second address, we talk about and then all of them who think the sick to subdue the man.
13. Second is just 13.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you see, World War III, it's not just only about the missiles and the nuclear missiles and hypersonic missiles and you understand? The latest one in the series which was part 4, which was what? That thing was chemical warfare.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Well, the first instance of chemical warfare to ever take place was back in World War I.
Hey, there was
Right?
poison in the water.
Yeah, right? Poison. I talk about poison gas. I talk about chlorine and mustard and sarin and rising agent and these things.
They go bring out all this
All the secret, right?
All the secret weapons.
Right. Russia has something called what? Novichok. Right? Novichok is right. Novichok is it worse than it's worse than sarin and VX. Is VX boy? VX is in the mind boy.
You know what I'm saying? He said, blessed is he who takes back in the first resurrection.
Yeah.
I think it's VX nerve agent and whatnot so forth. Right? Novichok is something that you don't see it, you don't smell it. You can put that on you can put that in warheads and send that on a missile, and when that drop, everything dropping. You don't even see, you can't even smell it. All you just know is that you're frothing from your mouth and your fucking nose and your ears bleeding and your eyes bleeding and whatnot so forth, and then your whole inside start to deteriorate rapidly and
You know what scripture I don't know my mind too is
You people will bawl for the mercy of death.
and death will flee from you, all them motherfuckers, boy.
You know what come to my mind is where with the scripture say how they shall spare no arrows, because when they spare, they're going into all the nukes and things, yes. But when you think about it too, right? Because the nukes are all giving off radiation and you know all these things. And we just call it biological warfare.
Biological warfare is chemical warfare. Chemical warfare.
All of that going into that same thing.
Yeah, chemical. Everything is going. Watch me. It was now when they would no stone going to be left unturned with this third World War. You understand? All gloves coming off.
Yeah.
All gloves coming off.
Everybody rock.
Please, can you know
And you talking that talk, and look what the lab rats going there. Go to see that.
You understand?
Yes.
The lab rats are
Yes,
It's not mixed poison.
and I saw you shouting.
You know, as she claimed to be, you know, she will, you know, scripture says she's a virgin, and they say all gloves off. So all the other nations go and get she wrong. So she go and get married with that will be the day she marriage when she get destroyed.
Yeah, that's spiritual too, because she's a virgin yet she's a whore.
Yeah.
You know the scripture says
So many roads.
22, yeah. Deuteronomy 22. When they say how you deal with a whore, you stone them.
Yeah.
When you go back into that whole stone, you talk about either a raw stone or a hewn stone. With that, a hewn stone is what? A brick. Right? And the bricks with a stone. Yeah, understand what I'm saying?
All I was gonna say is that how Khan was talking about the chemical warfare and all this stuff. You remember all these nations have their specific ways to deal with it. They have this specific trump card, as the brother say. They have this specific thing what we even know about. And all of them coming out with it now.
Yeah. This place is going to be World War
I
III.
want hold any eye before you get me on that.
Alright, bring out your Yeah, they want to have your priest coming now.
Right, Obadiah 1:7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
God.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
I like the movie 300 when the kind of hunchback man, when he in NATO, but he with the bricks. You understand? He with NATO, hey, oh yeah, we taking. But bricks come and give an offer, they say, well, you know they're gonna make an attack so and so and so and so. We'll catch them when they coming over the mountain. So you know 300, you know height. So you understand any heights there?
Like
So
Germany paying 200.
yeah, so that was going on right now. So all these other nations,
Germany
well,
playing
that,
2 hands right now.
yeah,
Them and Turkey.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
because the scripture can't lie, you know. That means that this is sure, you know. Meaning that this what the Lord says is sure. So that means, yes, they're playing 2 hands because the Lord said it. So that means it's true.
I was spying, them spying, boy, them
But yes,
spying.
thing that going into NATO and the youth, you know, because them still confederate with Esau, with Babylon right now. But them going and hate the wars.
So understand?
Because Germany is a part of NATO.
Yeah. They all coming into play.
So you
But the
understand?
scripture say, the scripture say he gave it, he let the powers be in the hand of the beast. Just rough paraphrase in the scripture until the words of the prophecy be fulfilled. Like that's serious.
Yeah, so-
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What Ak was saying here too, what Chris
So
was
the
saying is
history
true
of
because
peace can bring out.
yeah, it's true
Yeah,
because
boy, wow.
even the destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline,
Yeah.
them things happen for to turn Germany mind against them. They say like,
Yeah.
but this war, we don't like this war. This war not for us. You know, this war trying to destroy us, trying to make us freeze to death. And
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's right. You know what time you living in right now. You know it's not no time to be whining and dining and song, no dread. This is time to get your life right.
Just for the right.
Everything spiritual.
God.
Because the scripture talk about them break every single covenant that they ever made with everybody.
Yeah, again,
so that all the more reason for them to turn against
That is
them.
what I just that you're correct. That is what I just said earlier on. All right. Yeah. All these things after World War II was taking place in order to build tension because deals was being brokered. When I say brokered, was being made. All right. And then what you have? All right. Look, for instance, good. The Bretton Woods. Watch this. And not just only wars in a certain fucking business deals and whatnot, so forth, right? The Bretton Woods after 1945, after World War II, you had the Bretton Woods Agreement, where all these within United Nations and whatnot, so forth and thing, they come to the agreement that the US dollar will be the world reserve currency and whatnot, so forth, and it will be backed by gold, where every business transaction and trade and commerce and whatnot, you all will be doing it in the US dollar, and when all they're ready, all they can come and trade, or they can come and trade in all the surplus of US dollars and get it back in gold and whatnot, whensoever all they're ready. But here what's going on. The people them now, the nations them now start to notice Babylon fighting in Korea. They're fighting in Vietnam. And in order for you and there was about 10 years. 10 years in Vietnam. Vietnam was the second longest war. The longest was Afghanistan. Because Afghanistan lasted for 20 years.
Yeah, boy, Afghanistan was.
Yeah, it was for 20 years, right? Right? Now, what you wrote out going here? What you wrote out going here? They're watching. But wait now. But they're watching the now finish in Korea. The now finish in Korea. And in Vietnam, and 4 years, 5 years pass. And they're saying, but wait now. You know, they now finish Korea and it's 5 years now and they're still in Vietnam and whatnot. How these people getting to fund that fucking war, boy? Because they had to get ships. They had to get ships, naval ships. They had to get fuel, right?
They had to get uniform, they had to get equipment, which is food, all of that. And all these things is money. Yeah, jets, right? They had to get fighter jets, and one fighter jet costing all kind of 60, 70 million.
A drone, how much is that one drone? Think about it, a drone is over $1 million to $2 million, I think. For 14 to 50 million.
Right? And one fighter jet costing all kind of 40, 50 million, and you're buying them by the fleets, you're buying them by couple hundreds and whatnot. So then where you get all this? I wonder if you have. I wonder, are these what they're saying in the mind? And that's what they're saying in the mind. I wonder if these people, with all that money they're printing, I only hope them have enough gold to give we back, you know. Because all this money them printing out of nowhere. Right? So here what is going on. Before we end up getting fucked over, let me go and friggin' take out the gold. But take the gold from these people. So then now, when they notice that the world catching up to them now, here comes fucking Nixon. Here comes Nixon. Due to certain things, blah 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 whatever. We is going to be suspending the dollar being backed by gold and whatnot, so forth. So all who know, who was lucky to get back the gold before he made that statement, them get through. But what about the ones who was freaking trusting in Egypt? Trusting Egypt, and all the gold still in the fucking Egypt vaults, and they can't get it back.
I think Venezuela's
anymore.
I think Venezuela's asking for the gold.
They have it in bank in England.
Right.
England.
Yeah, because you remember the scheme what they put in England too. It was the same thing with the pounds and the dollars. The same thing they was doing. It wasn't a coincidence when Nixon come out with that statement, because in England get do the same thing. Nobody didn't get back the gold from the Queen. Nobody didn't get back none of that gold.
But America Federal Reserve was an English bank.
It's an English bank. Because you have Charles and them.
Yeah.
The main thing is
England. So they were moving the gold back and forth between bullion banks in order to deflate the price of gold. The true price of gold. The price of gold is not really what it is. It's much higher.
Much higher, yeah.
Gold and silver.
Precious stone.
But in order to keep the US dollar on that height, they had to deflate gold to make it not attractive.
Right? Yeah. So with all of this taking place, so the US now, so Esau now, Babylon now, they're going back. Babylon now going back on the friggin' agreement. You understand? Yeah, covenant breakers, and they just one.
All that fulfillment
you know,
of the scripture.
They just one. So with all this taking place, you know, and certain measures and whatnot, so forth that these people do and swindle and thief and depose certain government. Right, to put in the puppet government to continue to have control over the monopoly. All right, all that is building up for this is like a freaking pressure cooker. It's like a pressure cooker. You can't when it's like a pressure cooker. Like you just take the pressure cooker off of the fire and open the lid. What is going on? When it just open up, when you open up pressure cooker, it just explode on here. You have to let that steam. You have to let that steam come out before you understand. So what is taking place is you take the pressure cooker off of the fire, and you ain't cool it down. You feel like you so high and mighty, and burn out. You understand? And that is what taking place right now. The Lord, everything right now is in a friggin' pressure cooker, and it's the Lord Himself. He taking the pressure cooker off the fire and opening the freaking lid just so because he had the power to do it. He had the power to do it and no harm could come to him.
Fun, the fathers on him.
Hey, who was the scripture? I guess I'm
hold on,
let them brothers and them down there. Let them
bring it out.
Bring out what I had.
Bring out what we have. Yeah, the book of Isaiah chapter 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest and thou was not spoiled.
That is on point. You see that scripture here that you pull there? That is on point. Because they're going about all over the world. All over the world. Spoiling. You know what I go back to? One to them that not only that with the Micah 2.
Oh, covered fields and things.
You understand? You understand how Australia who did evil and these people went all over the world. The scripture say they never keep it at home. You understand? The desires as death and hell.
But in that precept in Micah, here the part where it says because the power was in their hand.
Can't because this is their time to rule right now. Right? So read it over again there.
Right. It says, Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
And thou was not spoiled, yeah? Right, go ahead.
And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Can't, because there's nations out there that didn't deal treacherously with you.
Yeah, they take the sanction,
Right,
take the bully,
right.
and they just go roll with it.
You understand? Here what they do, and here what they do, and this is the reason why North Korea would never, ever, this is why Kim Jong-un would never, ever, not just trust Babylon, he would never, ever get rid of his nuclear program. Because what they did with Gaddafi, this is how they was able to fucking kill Gaddafi. These people, the scripture say, they're wiser than Daniel. Gaddafi, I didn't think, no, they didn't have nuclear, there wasn't nuclear arm. The only African country that was nuclear armed was South Africa. But South Africa, they ended up getting rid of the nuclears when Mandela came into power, because the powers that be, all right, these Edomites and whatnot, because remember South Africa was under apartheid rule. Right, it was the white man was ruling South Africa.
The other
and they had
treaty, in before too, and that come this and
right, they had right. So South Africa, they was nuclear armed, but when Mandela come in power, there was like these Edomites was like, hey, we cannot have them niggers having that sort of weaponry in their hands. It's better we get rid of that. Yeah, so they end up scrapping the nuclear deal. Damn the nuclear program and whatnot. But Gaddafi, as much as he didn't have nuclear arm, he had a very, 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 very large stockpile of biological arms. He had chemical warfare. Yes, he had a high stockpile in that. So they know that because they always wanted to topple him. But they know they couldn't have, and because at the time, he didn't even downsize the military as yet also too. He had a good military and whatnot, along with the chemical weapons and what have you, so forth. So they make an agreement with him that because they set up sanctions and this and that on him and whatnot, so forth, on Libya. Yeah. And they make an agreement, we will lift the sanctions only if you get rid of the chemical weapons. You understand? Yeah, that was it. Never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. So Gaddafi, he take heed unto them. He downsized the military. Right, he downsized the military and get rid of chemical weapons. That's the biggest mistake he made.
Yeah, because he didn't know pose
right?
threat again.
Right. Right. So he's right. So the watcher must see he's no threat now. So what they do?
So now it's time to wipe out.
Yeah. Hear what Hillary said? Yeah. We came, we saw, and he is dead. These motherfuckers. Yeah.
But boy, the Lord have a sword sharp and foolish for you, America. The Lord have a sword sharp and foolish. He put it in the hand of Kim Jong-un, Putin, and all the Muslim nations are gathering together.
That's why Kim Jong-un will never, Kim Jong-un, he not stupid. You feel, you don't see what to do with Gaddafi. You feel he gonna go down that road and get rid of him.
main trump card.
You need Japan, no, it's Japan.
China, yeah, China is but
No, right, I don't practicing he nuclear.
Yeah, Japan and South Korea.
The nuclear alarm going out.
Yeah.
I'm very paranoid.
Yeah.
Japan spend the majority of the budget in military.
Right now they're thinking about
Cross it over to the BRICS.
not that, they're thinking about getting nuclear arms right now.
So when you think they will look for the
They think
they will turn to
yeah, they will you understand?
after Putin is the man saying, hey, you want to come, I have it, come and
And you know they're very good at technology.
Yes.
They're very good at technology. So when they start to enrich the uranium and whatnot and this and the plutonium and all these ingredients that they need to make a thing, it ain't gonna be nothing for them now to make a vehicle.
Mohammed Aman is
You understand?
Yeah, them so skilled. Them could get all the street light.
I said Mohammed Aman is brothers.
As nuclear
So what the
weapons
Lord doing, the Lord united
Japan,
all that was
Finland,
united.
different
Unite them together for that common purpose. What is the common purpose? To blow America to bits. That is the word of God.
Continue the scripture there.
Japan forget the loyal
They didn't forget Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Go continue, huh?
But you don't go put back the spirit upon them dread.
Yeah. What?
It says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And when they're speaking about when they shall make an end to deal treacherously, that is them, you know, that is them sitting in the what goes back to Job, where, you know, when I think it's when the belly.
When they're about to fill the belly.
Yeah, when they're about to fill the belly and whatnot, so that is what they're doing. You know, they done see hip everybody, and you know they're sitting well in the new world order and whatnot. Then they shall be in straits, which is what is difficulty. So the nation now is going to deal treacherously with you. You understand?
I think when you don't win and
yeah,
that is Jay, man.
that's something yeah, and then Yara.
Joel chapter 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
So what is that now? What is that now? Arms that you take the word out of my mouth. Arms race.
That's
all right. Arms race. Everybody arming up now. The media go try to downplay it and ball about nobody nothing arm. But who you feel you could fool?
You know, when they get paid off to bring false news.
And as the old saying is go, you can feel.
Listen to the prophet.
As the old saying is go, you could fool some of the people all the time. Yeah, some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So something to that. Something to that effect.
The light stand up here.
Right?
No, that is so true because when we start what the proxy was, the media job was to keep it away from the people. The amount of wars that go on around the world. That's how they could be merged right now. But when you really understand how dreaded it is around the world already at this point in time, and see now coming on the horizon, they would never be going to play carnival and study right now.
Like what happened in Gaza and all them people eating, people the hospitals are full up. You know, there's chaos, people getting, a lot of women getting gripped. They're uncomfortable. If you never go have any, and if they have the SAR, if you have carnival in Gaza, you feel they don't keep any carnival. So if the Lord really turn up training, we are going at 7.8. The 20 tower fall long on people and you know see that get covered up. Yeah, all these things happen. You know the whole state of emergency lockdown in place thing.
I'm glad to tomorrow the Lord can shake the place.
Shake it now, yes.
Continue now.
God bless you. That's demonic. So
Continue. It said, let the weak say I am strong.
Let the what?
Let the weak say I am strong.
Let the weak say I am strong, right? And this way you have to know because, hey, when China, I forget the man's name, all right, but when China had first come about with the nuclear program and whatnot, and they had managed to get the first batch
nuclear weapons and whatnot. They was like, hey, now they would have to take us, now they would have no choice but to take us seriously now. Alright, they will have no choice but to give us the respect that we deserve, because we are no longer weak anymore. We are a strong nation, because why? We have weapons of deterrence from outside nations that want to come and think with our policies. Just roughly paraphrasing now, boy. You understand? Yeah. You feel? You understand? You feel China going through that shit with the West coming into them and talk about democracy. China ain't going through. Look what's going on in Taiwan right now. All right. Look what's going on in Taiwan right now. Taiwan want to talk about China not going through that. All right. China not going through that. China is going to invade Taiwan. You understand?
That is spirit that on these world leaders, as the scripture said, the Lord must turn the host.
Democracy, nothing.
Because look, for instance, what going on in this place in Russia. Ukraine, right? Ukraine went on Putin went on the interview and he was explaining the history about what went on with long time they're trying to get like a base close to Russian border,
yeah.
Right? And it's something where the scripture saying
Jeremiah. Again, I go back to. Go ahead. I will say what I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Jeremiah 52. We talk about against him that bended the bow, that the archer bend his bow, because America have their things set up all over, and they have the silos where they actually ready aim to the opposing countries.
The short range
missiles, you understand? And they wanted that base, and they wanted to control Ukraine, but Putin showing that it wasn't from now. And that just show you that the spirit of reincarnation is showing that they trying to do it a long time.
Alright. Let me say this. It goes back again to what I said earlier on. Deals were being brokered, and then after that now is because deals start to be broken, because the agreements within the Cold War with Gorbachev and what have you. Alright? Part of the agreement was that NATO, all right, with the American president at the time, I think it was Reagan, all right, I want to believe it was Reagan. NATO, they had agreed that no NATO base or any American base is going to be put in countries surrounding Russia.
They said that it would not include any more
Soviet states. That was going to come. Right?
Yeah.
Because the countries that were surrounding Russia was basically Soviet states, excluding Finland. Finland was occupied by Russia, but it was not a part of the Soviet states. All right? Right. The United Soviet States of Russia, right? USSR. All right. So that was the key factor of the deals. All right. That you don't bring any of your bases near to Russia, and it do not include any of the former Soviet states into NATO. All right. Boom! When do we hear the shout now? Let me see something. Let me see if I can type in that. How many former Soviet states? Let me see how many ex-Soviet.
You know, this reminds me of that song my father sing, War is in the air.
All right. All right. Let me see. All right, so it says here, all right, the former, it says this, huh? It says the 14 former Soviet and Soviet aligned republics that joined NATO after the Cold War. Because when Putin came into power, what I say, when Putin came into power back in the early 2000s, Putin tried to align himself with NATO. America said, no, we don't want you. We don't want you. You stay by yourself. Right? Because Putin tried best all how to be at peace with them now. Right?
Talk about that too.
Right? But these motherfuckers, they only wanted war. But at the end of the day, it's all the working of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. Right? For the destruction of America.
That proved that in no prophecy.
Right?
They proved that in no prophecy.
Right?
Yeah.
So it says, ever since he became prime minister, the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has made no secret of restoring Russia to its superpower status. He has been bulking up the military and attempting to pull former Soviet republics back into the Russian orbit, which goes back to the script that he shall put hooks into thy jaws. Right? Right? But if the ex-KGB spook, because he was a KGB officer, all right, Spook wants to return Russia to the days of its Cold War era prominence, he would have to exert pressure on former Eastern Bloc countries that have since aligned themselves with the West, many of which joined NATO. To find the countries that were formerly aligned with the Eastern Bloc and joined NATO since the USSR dissolved in 1991. All right, let me see something here. It says alphabetically by year they joined NATO, all other data, the World Bank. The Eastern Bloc countries, the Eastern Bloc countries were all led by communist governments established by the Soviet Union following the end of World War II. After NATO was established in 1949 and admitted West Germany in 1955, because West Germany was, because Germany didn't split, West Germany was allied with NATO, and East Germany was occupied by the Soviets. All right. But the Soviet Union established the Warsaw Pact, a defense treaty with 7 other Soviet satellite states in Central and Eastern Europe: Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, and I want to believe Bulgaria, they are part of NATO now. All right. East Germany. Hungary, and Poland, but Poland wasn't a part of the Soviet, but they were occupied by the Soviets and Germany because Poland in World War II. Right? But that is something else by itself. Right? These nations and others in the Soviet orbit formed a secure border against future invasion of the Soviet. But they ain't telling you how much, man. Alright, let's click here, let me see. Same thing, man.
Cross it to 2 hours mark, right?
Yeah, but then like, you know,
Alright, we got to kind of wrap up everything.
But it's 14 ex-Soviet nations. Read where are they?
It says 7 former communist countries joined NATO. Right? Let me see if I can get down here. See if I have a list here. The relatively young democracies that joined the North Atlantic Treaty Organization included 3 former Soviet republics, the Baltic states of Estonia,
Latvia,
and Lithuania, and 3 members of the former Warsaw Pact, Bulgaria, Romania, and Slovakia. The 7th, Slovakia, was part of the former Yugoslavia. So this is in 2004 here, around 2004. See? So it was about 7 of them joined in there. Out of what, about 15?
Yeah.
I almost half.
And this what Putin was trying. This what Putin is trying to show the world, that we had made an agreement that none of our former Soviet states and countries, you understand, that surrounding us, you all are not to bring your bases and whatnot on our doorsteps and whatnot. And that was a sign black and white.
I think it was. He said he met with Clinton, and they agree everything in word of mouth when he meets him. But when he went back, Clinton didn't put nothing in place at all. They didn't put nothing in writing now. You understand? So it is devils. That high class.
They know what the fuck they was doing. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they're doing.
And it's so yappa that they've been doing that because really actually they've been doing that to themselves. The Lord was that them breaking all these covenants now with scriptures in the nations, drunk of the wine, and now the nations are mad. But the priest of Yasar are holding the
bring it out your son.
Bring it out.
The book of Isaiah chapter 40 and 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
To meet thee at thy coming, hell from beneath it, you understand? So all the hell that he was bringing on people, it's coming from right under you to meet you. You understand? And that's the reason why, Putin only invaded Ukraine, because Ukraine, which was a part of the Soviets, you understand? Ukraine wanted to looking to join NATO, you understand? And Putin not going through that because the border and really and truly, a lot of the far Ukrainian states was basically Russia.
Yeah, that's what you were trying to say.
It's basically Russia, but Russia, what Russia allow when Ukraine left the Soviet Union, this was part of the deal. The Ukraine, Russia, I'm telling you, can hear what's going on. You stockpile nuclear weapons, we will take hold of that, and certain landmass that we was claiming, we will give that to all. That will be part of all, or that will be all the old from so like the Donbass and Donetsk and whatnot so forth. That was basically Russia. They gave it on to Ukraine.
Yeah, because before the name wasn't even Ukraine.
Right?
Yeah, he was actually that brother should really take in that interview with Putin, because you don't take in the whole thing, but that's the first half an hour. We bring out a lot of history that proving things what we saying.
The man was saying, he said, it's coming the same thing, he going to put missiles in Canada.
Or in Mexico.
In Mexico. And it's true.
It's true. Yeah. And it's the same thing what they're doing at Iran.
Yeah.
Same thing what they're doing at Iran. Right? They much much bases them have surrounded Iran, and yet still them want to convince me and you that the Russians and the Iranians and whatnot is the aggressors. It's them as the aggressors.
Because it's so like when you hear the question that Tucker was asking him, he say, so why is it saying you wanna why is it saying Russia will not send a missile to America? And he said, what? We know say? Is this an interview or we're gonna talk serious? Facts here. And the first thing he comes out and say, because really and truly, that is what they make it look like. They make it look like if they are
the aggressors?
Yes, no, like they are not the aggressors now. Like
they are the victims.
Really, actually, they are the aggressors.
I see that they come with a smooth as butter, but war in their heart.
And that's why you start to read the scripture he reading, but in the GNT after he read in the KJV.
Well, then bring it up now. Yeah.
Isaiah 14 and 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Yeah, the heads, the judgment heads. That's who the Most High Yahweh Shai coming for. You heads, which goes back to Wisdom of Solomon 6.
Is that head?
Yeah, you heads, right? And when you speaking about the heads, we ain't talking about just that freaking senile one, Joe Biden and Trudeau and Macron and them. And no, he talking about the deep state. Yeah, your friggin' your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, your Oppenheimers, your DuPonts, your Gettys. Them is the main ones.
And if I could add something to it, because as I read that scripture, I have meditated on it for a while, just go to show that why the scripture say the Lord hates the soil. You understand? Because the first part where it say the hell when we pull out the one of them, basically place back on them now, like the Lord and flip the rules. You understand? Become like the Lord making these other nations get their revenge on them first,
Yeah,
and then he come back.
And that's why I wanted the precept to come out
Then
with
bring
GMT after, because it going back into reincarnation too. All the hatred that the nation was holding from them time to now, all of that, so they're in full blast.
Yeah,
You know,
and
like
then he still had to get it ended when we come into rulership now.
Yeah.
So he had to get paid back for
Everything.
for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Because why? He was not even judged from sins in the fucking garden, boy.
Yeah.
Sins in the garden, he didn't get our
And
judgment.
you see how that going back to you.
That is why I don't even want. I don't even want to be a flea under your collar.
And that's why going back to the reincarnation what Yaka was talking about, because it's from since then the pride building up.
Can.
You understand? That's why the Lord call them
But if telling us no, the Lord ain't punishing them.
Can.
Don't
That's why they see them. That's why them see themselves as gods.
Yeah, that will tell us that.
Them is the one making the laws of the land and things.
The scripture say they say the inward thoughts of the house.
To continue forever. But you should read that whole friggin' that whole chapter 49, that whole Psalms 49. What?
Yeah. And say, right, it stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the earth. Right, I will read it in the GNT here.
Good.
Right, Isaiah 49. The world of the dead is getting ready to welcome the king of Babylon. The ghosts of those who were powerful on the earth are stirring up.
Can.
The ghosts of kings are rising from their thrones.
Can. So you know is that? So you know is that now? So that going back. That also the Lord raising up spirits like Stalin.
who was once powerful in the
You understand? Stalin
Yeah.
and Hitler.
Hitler, the ancient spirit, even when they go way
Way back.
the
Yeah.
enemies and them, like
All them Persian kings and
Statue of Babylon.
the
Persian Empire.
Persian Empire.
Season. Yeah.
You know, the Lord bringing back the spirit just to deal with them, because the hatred that they're going to initially have, but they're fighting against that. Even Egypt against Egypt, even the kings who was against them as their own Edomites, you know, their own race, I should say that. Even them coming back to deal with them.
yeah, because when Babylon come out of Britain, it was war because when they were in America, they was comfortable. But Britain was telling them, hey, they have to pay tribute and them wasn't for that.
Yeah,
So that's why that a serious division.
You have a scripture, who is it?
Scripture, Sirach 14 and 6, we talk about he that is cool unto himself, or wicked unto himself.
That Ecclesiastes 14:5. To whom Ecclesiasticus here. To whom shall he be good? Can. This man fucking over his own people because the Russians is his people.
Yeah.
All right.
The Caucasus Mountain.
Right? Can. All coming from the same fucking region, the Caucasus Mountain caves, dragging on all their knuckles and all their language.
They were playing like donkey.
Yeah,
Right
that's
among the bushes.
all this friggin' same and look how much you watch that because it's show you know a perfect example, the Grecian Empire. Perfect example. When his name is dead, when Alexander the gay, when he dead, and the kingdom was split between the four generals, right? When they go into Daniel 11, going into them warring each other, you know, the Seleucid Empire against the Ptolemaic and all of them. Antiochus, all of them was fighting against each other.
Because when Rome take over, it's not say it was a different set of people. The same Edomites.
Same Edomites, and the same thing was taking place.
Power.
Yeah, but anything to all of them greedy, so them want their own individual thing, so it will clash. Yeah, it will clash.
All of them, they not just own individual, you know.
Bring your scripture.
They want
working with time.
Yeah, all of them, they want to have. All of them, they want to have they want their own and your own too.
That's why I say they will clash.
You understand?
But what they're saying, what you saying is true. The scripture says, he said, the Lord give you the illustration. He said, the great gatherers come.
Would they not steal till they have enough?
Yeah.
But this demon never had enough.
Everything.
Why you taking dirt and going into this?
Go ahead, Yara. Yara, bring out your scripture. These fuckers,
Jeremiah
man.
9. It says, for lo, I will cause come up against Babylon.
Sorry, Salapia.
Jeremiah 9, it says, for lo, I will cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Wow. Go ahead.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
Yeah, because Russia will be spearheaded the show. Right, what we know.
The Lord say he's gonna be let Russia be a guard unto them.
The Lord even talk about the farmers and all too. You know, the Lord gather them as farmers so that, you know, they increase in the flame.
You am on it?
You can. No. See, the arrows
And
shall...
our last precept here. Yeah, go ahead.
You can. The arrows shall be as of mighty expert men. None shall return in vain.
Oh, and that yappa, because in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5, it said, he said it's gonna be like a drawn from a well-drawn bow. Archer, well-drawn bow now, like you know, like skill. To have skill and any we might not think it in this time, but
I go back.
you know, in that time.
Can that go back into when the apostle was going on into the technology, how they have the nuclear which into a certain distance.
Let's go out into Earth atmosphere.
Yeah.
What is going? When it go up into Earth atmosphere, you know, it is sort of disassemble now. But you understand? And the last piece is the second to last piece is the re-entry vehicle. All right, that's so when it so when it reach up now, it come out of Earth atmosphere and whatnot. Then it go come back down, it re-enter back into Earth atmosphere. When it re-enter back into Earth atmosphere, the re-entry vehicle now, that is detached. So it's just warheads now. So it's just
it's up to 20 something times the speed of sound.
So you know it's that?
And plus the Russian missiles have been we basically was right, so
So it's true, and the thing about it is remember it's over 200 million missiles warhead is going to be dropping. So where according to the scripture, so we're going to have is all the defense missile system is going with that now it will be an overload or override now, but it will fail. It will fail. It will fail.
It's too much to
try to find at the same time. Right, continue.
I will jump down to 29, and it says, call together the archers against her, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about.
Babylon.
Let none therefore escape.
None of them can escape.
Recompense her as to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her.
Double it.
I found I too fast.
Yeah.
For she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Son. So there's the situation here, right?
I want somebody to bring out, I know you're going to hear your scripture to read. You read one last week. The scripture was certainly that's what's good.
Yeah, bring it out. And that is correct scripture.
Now, let me bring out that and let right? So with that now, right? So with that now, here what the scripture say, there is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord, because with all of this that we speak about here today, right? With all this we speak about here today, because this year is directing all we speak about here, not just only directing to Babylon, it's for you fucking 2/3.
That's right.
Right? So with this here, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And you know why it don't happen tonight?
And I will Medvedev say, General Medvedev from Russia say that.
The concrete will melt.
Right? These niggas yeah, especially Juve morning. They should have Juve morning.
What? Whatever can look up so the brain hand.
And they're so high, they don't know what's taking place.
Fire coming. Dancing the fire.
I gotta get catch Ben over soon, I remember.
Right? Shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Verse 11, the point. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness. So which means is,
The Lord away.
so what mindset you go have? Wait,
The
wait.
Lord away you tripping behind that truck.
Yeah, because hey, Revelation 22, it's either unjust, maybe unjust.
I want to select my brother Ivan when he was coming up there, and he's making a joke, and we're going to later, Ivan. But boy, I can't make it. I'm not at the correct way. I can't make it.
Good one.
Go ahead, bring it out and we go look at off this.
I just have one small.
Go ahead, bring it out. Go ahead.
This is book of Ezekiel 8 and 18. Yes. Therefore will I also
That one in
deal
the please.
in fury,
That one in
my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them.
Yeah, because
That going back to
that's how I said that here, because in the days of Noah, when the Lord shut the door of the ark and the judgment came, they was crying out loud. And don't Noah could have hear it, he could do nothing about it. But the Lord said, I will not hear the prayer. And he tell Jeremiah to lift up, lift up, pray for these wicked niggas.
I will laugh at the calamity.
Yeah,
Mock when the fear coming.
let them blood
If you
in the streets.
Yeah, he tell Jeremiah, he say, if you pray for them,
Yeah.
I will curse your prayer.
Yeah.
Imagine he tell a prophet that he say, if you pray for them, I'll curse your prayer.
Yeah, because if you pray for them, you're going against the Lord. Today, Isaiah 47 and 1, it say, come down and sit in the dust,
That's right.
O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne,
None.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
So then, so we're just showing you here ISPPK, because I ain't figure here. They're showing you ISPPK. They say they talking about no licking dust off your feet and all that. No.
Then link that to the scripture where it say that they will actually do that in the kingdom. Or?
Yes, they say in the kingdom they go be no, not really in the kingdom, but when they dealing with them, whenever Edom might come up to them and whatnot and cut to them, you know, you have to bow. You have to, yeah. It is you are the, according to the apostles and them. You telling these Edomites and whatnot that to bow, to kiss your feet, and this fucking thing, and they still had to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to go there and work for.
You get that? Ego, your pride.
I mean, eventually go into the kingdom, but here is why you have to be careful with that for. It's because you don't even know if it's part of the elect.
Thank you.
That's your pride.
Thank you.
You don't know if it's part of the elect.
Yeah, the Lord say for we do not make ourselves part of our number.
Can.
God, I can say for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah.
Right? It say, take the millstones and grind
mill, which is what you're going back into slavery. But the thing is, the slavery that you're going into is going to make our slavery look like a walk in the park. You understand? Because our kingdom, the way our kingdom is going to be. You understand? Boy, watch now. The scripture talk about streets paved in gold. You have to be, you know, it's for streets to be paved in gold. You know how much, you know how hard that work is? Because remember, you got to smell, you got to smell the gold, melt the gold and all.
That kind of
heat
and
and
all.
come on, man.
It's gonna be in line and jumping.
And everything had to be in exact measurement and this and that.
Don't get that with Esau that handy man.
Well, he called himself a Freemason, so we go really see how come good he could build.
Yeah.
He was the first artificer, when he artificers on metal. So
Right?
yeah, they go have them for that too.
Right? Go ahead.
And watch now. All that kind of heat that they're working with, they will get back the melanin for sure.
Or they would die trying.
Nah, they would not. Yeah, but actually, I'm sure you wouldn't get them back down.
No, I say now for kick things because when that kind of heat, you'll get back.
They will turn, they're really red, but they will turn redder than I'm on.
You will see, now you will see the blood pumping from the skin.
It go east to the pores.
You will see the blood coming out of the skin.
Now, why we laughing at this? The elites know that is to be truth. What we're saying, that's why they are afraid. That's why they are afraid. That's why they setting up the thing that they are afraid. But the last, we just only say to James prophetic vibration. The last show you really have to show is just the MOTV.
Yeah.
Now your last show. You have nothing else.
And we always say
Everything is total chaos.
So
Can.
the
Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy
locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh.
Which is what the Lord exposed to wickedness. Your wickedness, your witchcraft, your this, your that, and the other, everything. Go ahead.
It say, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Sure, the scripture say what? Shameful spewing shall be spread upon thy glory, man. Brother.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So when I'm showing you, when the Lord come back, he coming back with all angelic power. He not going to come and meet you as he had met you back then in the Roman Empire.
When they got and we say, boy, it was there to call our whole legion. Even back then too, we could have played.
He
know we do that.
Prophecy had to be fulfilled, man.
This time when he come down now,
Coming with the legion.
this time we even tell Peter Joyce on.
Yeah.
Because brightness.
All I shall see me.
Yeah. Pull it down.
So with that, we hope.
One more line.
Okay. Oh yeah.
1 Peter 4 and 6.
Actually on point.
Yeah,
On point.
let's go and
And
then
off. Yeah, that went good there.
Yeah. It says, for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit. But the end of all things is at hand.
End of what?
The end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Again, what manner of persons ought you to be seeing that all these things taking place? So you want to go and skin your ass? You understand? Monday and Tuesday, you understand? And do all kind of wickedness, all kind of nonsense. Yeah, and then go and put ash on your friggin' forehead.
And call yourself saint.
Yeah, about about Lent and what.
And it's a mark of death they put on the
I'm
forehead.
telling you about a mark of death in truth, you know. Yeah, ashes is the thing for the dead.
It's a cross too. That cross too.
X mark the spot. Right?
That's for the judgment.
So in that, you know, we just hope you always edify through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, all who in the truth here, stay steadfast for the truth here, who sincerely for the truth. Not like all this nonsense we see with Sakari and fucking and IUIC and this next one. Not only ICPK, one body and who admitting now that they sell out and all them shit.
Fuck one body, we don't want to hear about
You understand? Always stay steadfast. Stay
he right now, he with vocal. Imagine you and your pine with your enemy, bro.
Can't.
But fuck you all. Fuck all you wicked niggas.
Can't. Stay steadfast because I telling you, we almost out here. Don't drop the friggin' ball. You understand?
Yeah, I know we are. I know as a man with a saddle,
infirmities within the spirit and whatnot.
In your flesh, it's only obvious. But we grinding on this thing to the very end. I want, in other words, I personally want to see what the end looking like at this thing.
That's right.
I'm not coming this thing just for thing and tie into the end. No, I want to see what the end look like. What is my thing out of this whole situation here? And even if Yahweh Shai said, well, you know, it's not part of the elect. Oh, if I'm not part of the 144,000, but it's part of the elect still, it's all good.
It's all good. At least you know you're still doing enough.
Yeah, like I tell brothers and I say, hey, you know, if Yahweh Shai said, well, you're going and you're getting by a narrow margin, but here they see you are just under the silver, tell the chariot and serve them.
All well and good, yes.
Well, but it's how Jake does it, right? You get you.
Yeah, you get you. Because it have billions of Jake who is not going to have that privilege. Right? So can't
wash yourself, otherwise you're fucked.
Can't.
But Yahweh Shai left us with a code in the scripture. But he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. Keep that code in mind. With that, we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. And double honor to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone that do well. Salutation to the brothers all over the world, preaching the truth, waking up all people to the divine heritage, and cursing out too because they won't get the spirit right with the Lord. To the upward listeners and Shalom, and to the brothers that been looking at generation. Shalom. Until that time, we say Abad Babal.
was just now.